now watching the MIDI Lab Show.
Hits on We Love Radio. MIDI Lab Show.
you can. Girl, you know the night is young, let's make it hot. Show me how you whip it, then give all you got. Yes, dance to the rhythm, swing with the beat. Invite me in, let your body keep me on my feet. Go in the scene of me, bring me. Boom, we gotta own the night. Under flashing lights, we lost in the sound. Got the lights down low, music filling the air. Feel the vibe flow, like know you care. Girl, you know the night is young, let's make it hot. Show me how you work it with a giddy up.
You are now watching the MIDI Lab Show.
All night long, baby, just let your body move. Got the lights down low, music feeling the air. Feel the vibe flow, let go you care. Girl, you know the night's young, let's make it hot. Show me how you work it, baby, give all you got. Let's dance to the rhythm, sway with the beat. Invite me in, let your body keep me on for me. We gotta own the night.
Yo, what's up?
Hey, is that my connection?
Another installment. What's up with you, Jag?
Hey, is it cutting in and out? It's like
No, sir.
over here. It's looking like the Matrix. All right, just want to make sure.
You all right?
My bad.
You okay, brother? You good? Jag, you good?
Hey, no, for real. Like the computer screen, it's like it was glitching. It was cutting in and out. It actually kicked me out, brought me back in, and then this was the first time everything has been 100.
Okay. All right. As long as you're good, brother.
We in there.
I want to welcome everybody to another episode of the MIDI Lab Show. We're all here on a Thursday night, man. We just chilling. One thing I want to say to everybody that's watching, we had a few views last week, and if you guys like the content, please hit the like button. You know what I mean? Please hit the like button. We only got 8 likes on our last video. You know what I'm saying? So either we not doing this right, you know what I'm saying? Or, I don't know. It's free, man. Just hit the like button and it'll actually help us grow, But
I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna go take it further than that, man. Like, hey, hit us up in the comments. Like, you know what I mean?
Cool.
Yeah. Shoot us. Hey, if we're slipping somewhere, get at me, dog. Like, what's going on? Holla.
Yeah, like when the show's over, like, tomorrow, the following day, like, hit us in the comments, let us know how we did, man. So then, we can try to get better or improve or, take your feedback. Next week, we're actually going to start bringing people in the chat. Actually, we're going to give you guys the link in the description to where you guys can actually, come on as either audio or you can come in as video. We'll pick a few people and, especially the folks that watch us every week. So, it's a good thing. So, you'll be able to come on and, we'll fit you on the screen here and you could chop it up with us, and so any of our moderators, if you watching, we giving you a heads up. If you're ready, you can either go on video or you could just do audio. It's all good. You know what I mean? So, but we do want to say thank you to everybody that does watch the show, because you could be anywhere in the world, but you right here with us on a Thursday night, man, and we own the night. That's why we play that record. So, but with all that disclaimer, what's up with my guys, man? I haven't been able to really chop it up with you guys this week. What's up with y'all?
Hey, you already know, man. It's been an active week.
Yeah, man.
It's cracking. It's going down.
Big facts,
man. I just lost a mentor today, as a matter of fact. For anybody who follows that the gospel train, man. Bodie Bacham just passed away. Solid mentor in the word, man. Brother was just so matter of fact with his word, man. I really appreciated him because he wasn't churchy. He was all about the gospel, kept it real, did his studies, encouraged research, and brother was same age as my youngest uncle, who was like my big brother. He passed away some years ago. Matter of fact, their birthdays were just a couple days apart. So he passed away. Bodie Bacham passed away today from medical complications. So big shout out to his fam, man. Prayers and healing for all them, and as well as all the other families taking losses and dealing with losses today.
Right. No, facts. That's condolences. Today is actually my dad's birthday. So, you know.
Just gonna say, since we're celebrating, lives of people.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Big L.
Mr. Chapman.
Big L.
I won't forget that day ever, man, because that was my uncle's birthday, man. So as soon as I found out that was Lionel's dad's birthday, every year the 25th comes around, I used to call and wish him a happy birthday. Then he changed his number for a while. You know what I'm saying? And I was gonna call him tonight when we got off the show, but it might be a little late. He might be a little upset with me if I do that. So
you
just please wish him a happy birthday.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll let him know. You know what I'm saying?
We just put his number out over the line, have everybody light him up. Putting his number in the chat. Blow him up.
Lionel will never be welcome in that house again.
Oh yeah, for real. Straight up.
Hey, all of a sudden, he just disappears. Like,
where
you at?
It'll be gone. It'll be like this right here.
So I'm getting to the calls. I hear fire. At least by 7 rounds. So I'm ducking, I'm dodging, doing Lil' Kim, trying to get my baby in the car, then I throw my baby in. I hear fire. So I'm ducking, I'm dodging, doing Lil' Kim. So I'm ducking, I'm dodging, doing Lil' Kim. So I'm ducking, I'm dodging, doing Lil' Kim.
The MIDI Lab Show.
So I'm getting to the car. I hear fire.
Oh, that's the joint right there.
I love that.
That's the joint.
I got a better version of it too. So a faster version. So
you can roll that piece back to back. Hey, we need to sample it.
Yeah.
What you said? Sample it.
You got it. Yep. You got to run the new clip so the committee could say thumbs. We are.
So I'm getting to the car. I hear fire. So I'm ducking, I'm dodging, doing Lil' Kim. So I'm ducking, I'm dodging,
Yeah. Straight to business.
We'll just get right to it. Yeah, now we can get right to it.
Business.
There we go.
And then shout out to A2 for this one.
The MIDI Lab Show. The MIDI Lab Show.
Hey, that Chisholm and Compton right there, boy.
You know, he was the youth pastor. He was the youth pastor.
And he was in the dialogue. He looked like he was in the dialogue conversation.
Right.
He said he got put on when he was the chaplain up at the prison.
Right.
They jumped him in.
Right. Big facts.
On the yard. He was like, "This is what it is. This is how I got so many people to come to church on Sunday."
Right. He was relatable.
He was related. Like he came off the yard affiliated. He said, "I got validated in 1983, homie."
Hey, why homie got the Holy Ghost to start busting out with that gangster shit, boy?
He really slammed that.
Hey, that was like, hey, Father Jones somebody put him on. He valid.
Yeah, he got in.
Pastor OG, I got something I want to tell you.
Pastor
He got in.
He's like, "Don't make me have to call you out, homie. You already know what time it is. The streets is watching."
Right.
Pass the plate.
Hey, right about now, it's for everybody to come down and and join the church. You know, come on down. Hey, I seen you last week on the corner selling crack, homie. Come on down here. Hey, lock the door. Lock the door.
Fellowship, community.
I see that the chat is lit. Shout out to Kim. Shout out to Linnea.
Yeah. The chat is lit.
You know what I'm saying? Like always,
hey,
every
look,
week.
You already know what time it is when you see the church van hit the corner.
Right.
Folks is running. I didn't see you in church. Get in the van.
The church will pull up. Church will pull up with it, a whole bunch of ice. Angels jump out.
Yeah.
Everybody going down.
Hey, they got snatched up and drug off to Sunday school.
Right. So we got a pretty lit show tonight that we can open up discussions. I guess I'll go ahead and we can start it off with Kehlani, R&B artist. She's fed up with AI. According to her, an AI artist received a $3.5 million deal. So I'm gonna run the clip and let her explain it a little bit more in detail, and then we can react to it.
There is an AI R&B artist who just signed a multi-million-dollar deal and has a top 5 R&B album, and the person is doing none of the work. I think you guys think that AI can just be the cover for something, which some people can use. They can make an AI cover. AI can also make the entire fucking song. It can sing the entire song. It can make the entire beat. You can have a song that's one type of song and say, AI, make this into a country song, and it'll literally rewrite, re-sing in a country voice and redo the entire thing. And they don't have to credit anyone. This is so beyond out of our control. And nothing and no one on earth will ever be able to justify AI to me, especially not fucking AI in the creative arts, in which people have worked hard for, trained for, slept on the floor for, fucking got injuries for, worked for their entire lives. I'm sorry, I don't respect it. Fuck.
The MIDI Lab Show.
Interesting. I got a question.
Yes, sir.
Why is Kehlani the only artist talking about this?
It's a really good question.
That is a very fair question.
Man, because what? And I'm over here thinking about it, like, technically speaking, if you really think about this don't affect nobody who done already made it. This only affect people who trying to come up or maybe make a bass or something like that. That is the only people that affect.
Are you sure? Are you sure though?
People gonna listen to Kehlani regardless. If you like an artist, you're gonna listen to that artist regardless of who else is out there, regardless of who else dropped the album that day.
Nah, bro, I'm gonna argue with you on that one. Nah,
ooh, okay.
We just got through talking about how the fan base is fickle. Hey man, we didn't see new artists come for people's hats, and sometimes they win. Don't tell me that AI can't come over there and take somebody's crown.
If you ask me, you put me in a rap battle with an AI artist. If y'all put your money on the AI artist, we ain't friends no more. I'm gonna put it like that. Man. I don't mess with none of y'all. Line me up against the AI artist. See what I do to that robot.
I got you. What? I didn't put together a couple of AI songs, and I don't know if it's because I'm in New Mexico, but every time I put an AI, I put the lyrics in there and everything, and it always come back like South Park Mexican. Don't know why, man. I think because I live out here.
You told me about that too.
What do you see in the hood? I see gangsters everywhere. I got that blood pressure, homie.
So,
so I don't know, man. I mean, I understand what she's saying. I get it, but also to what LXL is saying, if I like an artist, I'm fuck with an artist. You know what I'm saying? No matter what else comes out, just because some new shit came out doesn't mean I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna be like, oh, you know, I'm fucking with this new shit. I can't fuck with this shit over here no more. You know what I'm saying? I still bump Boyz II Men and Jodeci, bro. They ain't dropped the album and I don't even know how fucking long. And I still bump them motherfuckers. Why? Shit bangs. Shit's hard.
And what happened if wifey in the car while you bumping it?
I mean, I'm gonna tell you.
That's left for off camera, sir.
I'm just saying, bro. Keys to life.
I think that AI does incorporate a good situation if you use it correctly and appropriately. I don't really I agree with her. I don't think that when it's just completely AI, I think that's pretty whack. I think that we're hobbyists at this point where we're just making music to have fun, I guess. So I don't have mic at my discretion like when we were younger. So sometimes I'll put something in the AI and it'll spark an idea, because that's what Mike G and I used to do when we were producing together. Well, Mike might start with the chords or some strings or some, and then I'll come with the drums or vice versa, and then Mike could kill it with the bass line, right? But and again, I don't even most of my music that I make on my own, I don't have a bass line on it. I'm usually shooting it over to Mike, but now I do have the assistance of AI, to where AI, you set the prompt correctly and it'll give you a bass line. It'll give you like 3 examples or 2 examples at a time. I think it's whack with the whole 100% AI music. That's garbage. You know what I mean? But I know that it does help from a production standpoint. And, back in the day, Mike Genius might be able to kind of understand where I'm going with this, but, we could never find an R&B artist, right? It was very hard to get someone in the studio.
Back in the days?
Yeah, back in the day.
Nowadays.
Well, I haven't been. I haven't been in that arena. So, yeah.
I mean, I can tell you right now. Yes, I do. I had to create my own singers, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally fathered 2 singers so that way I could still have a chance at making R&B hits, bro. Like, they just be poof. You know what I'm saying?
That's a man that don't quit right there. That's innovation at its best. He was like genetically modified talent.
Right.
I got little geniuses walking around this motherfucker, man.
He took it straight to the roots.
So Ray, shout out to Ray.
Ray T.
Ray says she is right. This AI technology has surpassed most people's talent. Kehlani is probably being told by her label to use it with her music. And that kind of just, maybe that I don't know if her label is advising her that, but it wouldn't hurt. Because you could,
what?
Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. You were in the middle of something. Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
I just think that, I think that if you utilize AI just like you would utilize a group of musicians to come in and record with you, it's the same thing, but it's all in-house. If you use it responsibly, it's just like anything else out here. Use it responsibly. And let the world know that AI was incorporated into this production here, and I think that's fair. But when you're just dumping AI music into the market like that, I think that's garbage. And then on top of that, you get a $3.5 or whatever $1 million contract, and this is not even a real person. I think that's not cool at all.
Right.
Oh, to me, the artist. I don't get how you give a $3.5 million contract to a computer, bro. Like, I'm not understanding that part.
It's probably
who spends that money? Like,
the person who initiated the product management for that AI.
Okay, so Money L gets a $3.5 million check for creating an artist because we couldn't find no talent in our area, and he was like, "I'll just create one."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what Timbaland. Timbaland was the first one to spark that. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, Jack. Not to talk over you, bro. My bad. I can't hear you now.
No, that was it. That was it.
He muted himself.
No, that was it. Yeah, and then.
But
hey, man. So my thing is, man, if the label is telling her you need to do this, I would have a problem with that if I'm her. Like, what the fuck? You got me. Why do you need AI? Like, you've already got me. And hey, Kehlani, it ain't like Kehlani's a slouch. We ain't talking like, I don't know, Jenny Ryan's down the street or some shit. I'll make up a name, man. You know what I'm saying? We ain't talking about some shit that ain't nobody know. We talking about somebody who's been on the platform for a minute now and can write her own shit and can harmonize her own shit. She know what she doing. So I don't understand if a label is doing something like that. To me, that's foul. And I would understand her aggression towards the situation. I also would understand where L's coming from. Like if everything is 100% AI, that's bullshit. That's weak sauce to me. You know what I'm saying? Throw some of your ideas in there. Do something. We using AI vocals because we don't have vocalists.
Right.
That's plain and simple. If I had a Luther Vandross in my back pocket and a Mary J. Blige,
I'm gonna call trash on that. and here, when I call trash on that, I'm not calling it on you as a producer. I'm talking about the industry. This is bigger than anyone, recruiter or scout, or this is an industry thing, bro. They already hijacked the whole genre. This AI is not what this. It doesn't suit what this started from. Right. This goes back to us being all the way on the line, working out in the fields, singing hymns, praise calling. This started with us, in juke joints. Didn't nobody want to hear this before. This wasn't mainstream. This was those people who grew up in our culture. And I say us, I mean all of us who grew up in the culture. And then somebody realized that we can make money because they didn't want to hear this jungle jive before. This was low income. This was the minority. This was the disenfranchised whites, the dirty field workers. This, you know what I mean? That's who this was for, right? Yeah. And then all of a sudden, when they discovered, they can make money on it, and they upper middle class, the upper class kids sort of bobbing their head to it. Then they wanted to harness it, and then they wanted to narrate what was said behind it, and the attitudes of the individuals who participate in it. Now they want to make it something a machine can do. You can't get soul out of a machine. So the explanation, the explanation that we can't find the talent. And I'm not talking about you, Mike. I'm going back to the industry. You telling me there's not hungry people on these streets that got talent that wouldn't blow a machine away, that can't sing with the level of spirit and soul and pain that music deserves, that we got to now rely on something that has no life in it? I'm not believing it. It's a money grab. That's all it is. It's lies.
It is. And see, I want to go back to what El was saying too in the beginning of this conversation, because even if you are dope at product management, you always still gotta need AI governance in order to make sure that it don't get carried away. I'm saying, so you got your boy Drake. He done dropped a couple new songs, and he didn't do like nothing but one line on there, and then had AI go ahead and finish the rest of his song. Right. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing about hip hop is your creativity and how you deliver and your cadence and what your message is. You know what I'm saying? If you got AI doing all that for you, AI when Drake went on there, AI was copying that stuff off of when he was trying to shoot at Lamar, like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this sounds just like the diss songs. You know what I'm saying? Because AI don't know no better. You know what I'm saying? Prompt management, governance, you know what I'm saying? And in my opinion too, you know what I'm saying? AI don't. How can AI get a record deal, bro?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's most likely is a technology company that built a model, right? They built an AI model. Even on with Spotify now, there's a clause when you upload your music to Spotify now, they have 100% validity to run your music through their models, their AI models, and they can drop their own music, and there's nothing you can do about it. Even if it sounds like you, right, or your sound, they can actually utilize that, and there's nothing you can do about it. I've personally been against. I don't like streaming. I dropped 2 albums, instrumental albums, and just to see how it worked before I'm too critical on it, and it was garbage. I think I made $400, which is not bad. You know what I'm saying, for just trying something, right? But for streaming, I hate it I don't like it. I mean, I'll stream on YouTube because I know that, you know, this is the thing. And I want to say this to all artists out there that are doing music. I rather see you put your music on YouTube if you're going to do any type of streaming, because you can monetize that a lot more than you could on these other DSPs. But now AI has, you know, these companies, they don't care about the art. They care about the monetization and how much money they can make off the ad space, right? So, you know, us as musicians and doing music, we frown upon the idea of just general AI, right? Even Action 56, he said AI is not a substitute for Mike Jeans.
I love it.
Which is true. It's facts though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, there's always, you know,
I love you.
Shout out to
Facts.
Action 56. That's
Hey,
my
and it ain't just them genius. It's all of us. No, go ahead.
I understand where he was coming at, because I did say that. You know, I don't make bass lines when I'm making music. That was just one thing that made Mike and I kind of special when we did music together, because Mike had a signature bass line every time, and it just kind of made it just completed the beat. No matter, I could add one sound, or I could just do the drums or something, and Mike does everything else, and then we listen to it and we're like, oh yeah, we vibe into it, and then he'll throw in the bass line, and then it's good. All the way around.
So L, let me
it's
give
like
you
the reason where it
context.
gets lost sometimes. It's like, oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Well, the context to it is that apparently the artist was created by a woman. Like, now, mind you, she don't, like, the woman who created it don't really have no like singing vocals herself, but she wrote the lyrics herself and everything like that, and just kind of, you know, created an AI artist. And when I say created AI artist, like, this artist has its own name. It's like Zanny or something. But it has its own name. It actually does have like a visual, like you could like see the artist and everything. They made videos and everything like that. It's like a black woman and everything. Like, it's really crazy. And
are you talking about the one that Kehlani is speaking about?
Yeah, the one that Kehlani is speaking of. Like, it's got like a whole image as if it's a real artist. They got even videos of it in the studio singing and stuff. And I even heard it. I'm like, you know, it is what it is. But the thing is, so many record labels jumped on this like artist and everything, and it turned into a bidding war, like ending in like the 3 millions. And that's kind of like what happened. And mind you, this girl got a better deal than a lot of real artists, because I'm pretty sure she maintained the rights like to all like her lyrics and everything. She gonna continue to be able to write the lyrics and everything. And they're about to throw production and stuff like that behind it to be able to like supersede this. And I'm pretty sure that the AI artist is already on the R&B like charts, like already has a top hit. So
that's crazy.
It's not even real.
So you know, my thing. No, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying it's probably most likely I really believe it's a tech company, and they've built a model, right? A female black artist template, and that's how it is. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, because I have used Suno and Udio. Those are two AI platforms where if you pay for a subscription, you get a certain amount of credits, and you can just type in a prompt. I want an R&B female artist or vocalist with strings, hip hop drums,
and make it
90s, right? And it'll do it for you. I mean, I wish I had an extra monitor. I could show everybody right now, you know what I'm saying, how simple it is to go on those platforms. And, you know, and also you can break it down into stems. So if you're a music producer, you could take those stems, right? The vocals, the drums, and then orchestrate a track around it. Or you can upload your own music. Say you're stuck, you got a 4-bar loop, and you upload it into Suno or Udio. It'll take the music, and then same prompts, and it'll make a song around it. So
yeah, she used Suno to create her artist. I remember them saying
Suno. Yeah, Suno's pretty good. I mean, like I said, I use it just if I'm in a block and I don't have any ideas, or if I need a vocalist. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we might as well put it out there on blast. Like, you know what I'm saying? I produced On the Night, right? The intro song. That vocalist is AI. You know what I mean? So in back in the day,
but who do you know? But who do you know to sound like that?
Nobody.
Nobody. Exactly.
Me.
But what
That's
makes
exactly
it
my
what
point.
makes it different?
That's my voice.
But I made the music. Like the music that
Yeah.
wasn't just a prompt. Who did that?
Oh, that's me. My bad.
Put him on. Nah, it's okay. Put him on spotlight,
Oops.
man.
No, I
He
don't
deserves
like
the
that.
spotlight.
You got used to the dialogue.
I ain't got
Now
the
make him
Spotlight.
own the night.
Yeah,
Own the
right.
night by yourself.
Right.
Since you wanna AI own the night.
Hey,
I ain't know that.
Yeah, that's the vocal. I wrote the song with the help of ChatGPT, just to kind of clean it up a little bit. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I wrote the lyrics.
But you ain't making no money off of it. My concern is that we take
We do this
everything
as hobbyists. We're
right.
having
We take everything
what if
and
he does make money?
we objectify it and we dehumanize everything. They want to do it in war. We've done it with sex. I mean, everything becomes just another thing. Like there's no soul, there's no feeling left in anything. But by the time we get done, right, your food's gonna be cooked by a robot. I mean, to me, war is another very intimate encounter. If you're going to decide to take somebody's life, you should have to face that decision. It shouldn't be as simple as, I'm just going to press this button right quick and I never have to live with the outcome of my choice. And to say, I know the argument is, well, we could save a lot of people's lives. You save a lot of people's lives by just not kicking off any wars.
Word.
You know what I mean? Like that's the best way to save lives is just don't kick off a war. Find alternative means of dealing with your differences. But you know what I mean? That's my concern. We dehumanize everything. And what happens is we have a generation of people who don't know what it's like to hear real music, to have somebody sing from their soul, to really move a person. They're so used to things being personal. And then we complain about the younger generation like as if our actions have no consequence on them. Right? Like y'all should have ended up just like us, although we did things very different from how our parents did things. And now we have to live with the consequences. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, we could say it's just music, but then where does it stop? Because it's not just music. It's in every facet of life.
I mean, AI is here to stay. That's all I wanted to say. But go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, AI is here to stay. All of a sudden I caught a thought, man, while we were talking about, people's feelings in this whole thing, and the music industry or the these record labels, they do not give a fuck. Let's back it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Let's go back another 50, 60 years, man, when most people didn't own a masters. They was working for the label and the label got all the dough, and you were lucky to scrape by as an artist. You were lucky if you made it. You were lucky if you saw a dime after you made it, because most of these people got fucked. And there were the Sam Cookes and the Ray Charleses in this world who really changed the game for a lot of people. And nowadays, a lot of these artists, they know what they're getting themselves into, and they sign deals that are friendly for them financially to where they do see some money. For me, I'm over here like these record labels are looking for a way to make money without having to pay nobody again, man. Like I'm over here like my tinfoil hat is on, and I'm like, there's some conspiracy shit going, bro. And it seems super fuck. The kids today would say it's sus. It's sus, and it's super sus, bro. I'm questioning a lot of shit right now.
Yeah.
Sus hell. Do y'all think this could happen in any genre? Like,
yes.
Because I feel like I don't think this could happen in any genre. Let me tell you why. I feel like country, like, boom. I always take country for example, just because I seen what they did to Beyonce when Beyonce tried to make a country album. They pretty much told her, "Get the fuck out of here. What are you doing?" Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? People don't mess with Beyonce, but like they stood their ground and they said, I mean, hey. All I'm saying is somebody
was messing with Beyonce because they told her to pack her stuff and roll back to the genre she came from.
Yeah, because that's not hip hop. You know what I'm saying? That's not R&B. You know what I'm saying? That's country. So she didn't like traverse like, you know what I'm saying, new realms and stuff. And they pretty much told her like, yeah, get the fuck on. So like, when it comes to that, do you think that like hip hop and R&B is just a like a vulnerable like vulnerable genres, because like, you know, these is, you know, it's like no secret, these are like black dominated genres and stuff, and you got people already signing deals, and you know, they already pushing industry agendas. Like, is there something that even like that other genres would even have an issue with?
I think so, yes, because I feel like we're in a country that right now, I mean, I hate to take it there, man, but there's a lot of sheep out here and not enough shepherds. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna follow what the people in control tell them to follow. And sadly enough people on this planet, they're not thinking for themselves. So if they hear that, oh, this is the new and on and popping shit, they're gonna follow it. And that even goes with country music, because there's a lot of motherfuckers out here that are supporting some shit that ain't okay, and it ain't about what they grew up learning in the church. You know what I'm saying? If we just leave it at that, there's people supporting hatred. You know what I'm saying? And they listening to this country music and they supporting hatred in these streets, and that's not what they was learning in church. So I'm gonna leave it there. You know.
So y'all think we could see an AI gospel artist?
Yes.
I think we could see an AI artist on any song, man. Like, I think, you know, to limit the capabilities of AI, I think it's foolish and it's short-sighted. I don't think that when it comes to AI that it's limited by genre. I think they have their test beds. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, if you know, these decisions are calculated. You know what I'm saying? So if they say, hey, let's go ahead and drop that over here. And let's also keep in mind, AI or artificial music is not new. If y'all remember back in the 80s, that there's a lot of synthesized music coming over from Europe, as a, you know, that European trend with the synthesizers. And you had Herbie Hancock. You know what I'm saying? A lot of our music was based off of synthesized sounds, which is artificial. So this is really not new. It's just it didn't remove, you know, you still needed artists at the time for the sound and for the vocals. Now we're saying that, you know, we can largely remove the artist. So we're taking the human element out of a lot of areas in life. And this is one of these areas that the human element is so important, because that's what's transmitted through the sound waves. That person's experience, which is conveyed even in a rap song through the tone of voice, through the lyrics that are spoken. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's why not everybody can just be a rap artist, because you can recite some lyrics. Some people can't convey a message with voice inflection.
And AI is not even ready for rap music right now. It's not good at all. It's corny.
No, you know what? LXL asked the question though, and I said yes, but I'm gonna walk that back, because there are certain things that are all about feel and all about soul, and no digitization can ever recreate that for me. If I feel what you're singing, if I feel what you're going through, like I'm there with you as you're talking about it, singing about it, I don't know if I'm gonna get that feeling from digital. I don't know if I'm gonna get that from artificial intelligence. That's me personally. I'm an empath. You know what I'm saying? I feel things, and as a musician, I feel other musicians, and I honestly, I'm thinking about that now. Gospel music, to me, I was thinking about that song in Hustle and Flow when Terrence Howard went into the church and he's there watching what's his name? Anthony Anderson. That's his name, Anthony Anderson. Mm-hmm. And he's there recording the lady singing, and I'm like, and the tears hit his eyes. I don't know if I'm gonna get that from AI, honestly.
From a robot. Yeah.
Yes. I don't know if I'm gonna, because that's about feeling. You're in the moment, in the room as it's happening. And I don't know if you can get that from AI, bro. I don't know.
I could tell you just AI. By working with it for the last year. Keep the difference. For the last year and a half that I've been using AI to incorporate in music and stuff, most of the time it's not quantized, it's not on beat. It sounds like it, you know, it's flowing, but it's not. When you run it through a VST, which is, you know, software, I find myself cutting vocals to make it sync correctly. So yeah, AI is not that, it's not on beat a lot of the time. And it may sound soulful, but then you can hear how digital it is when you run the stem. So when you hear the stem, it just sounds kind of generic, you know what I mean? Versus if it was a live artist that can, like a Kehlani, she can sing. Kehlani when she's in the booth, because you know what I'm saying? There's a difference between knowing how to sing and know how to record. Mike Genius and I learned that a long time ago. There was a lot of people that we would bring in the studio and they'll sing for us and we're like, oh, okay, this person's cool. And then before you know it, they don't know how to record and they're tone deaf. And you're like, oh wow, we just wasted a whole 2 hours putting this song together.
Some of them wasn't even tone deaf, bro. They just
they can't record.
The feeling wasn't
there's
there.
a
When
difference.
you heard them sing, you're like, there's people I know. I go back, okay, that scene that I was just talking about, Hustle and Flow, Cadillac Records, when Adrian Brody is there and he's asking Beyonce, you know, she's playing what's her name? God, as far as I'm concerned, man. I saw her perform once, by the way. Not Beyonce, the one she played from the movie in Cadillac Records, man. Etta James. When he's asking her, I'm not feeling what you're singing right now. What do you know about this? Do you even know what it's like to be left? You know what I'm saying? Do you know what it's like to long for somebody and they're not there for you? Like, what do you know about that? Because I'm not feeling it right now. You know what? Fuck it. Scrap this shit. We're leaving. Let's move on. You know, like, and then she starts singing again, and you could feel it as she's singing, like she been there, she's done it, and that
she dug into something. Yeah.
Yes, and you can never replace experience. I'm sorry, I don't give a fuck what nobody tells me. You can have something tell you, oh, this is what it should feel like, but you can never replace the experience of owning it in the moment.
Well, you can't. There's a difference between skill and talent.
At the end of the day, it's just a plot to control it. Because if you look at it, the AI can do what you want it to do. They're going to tell it to jump how high, tell it to go pop, tell it to flop. All the things that artists don't want to do, fight back to the label. Of course, it's what we're going to do. Like, I'm not doing what you said. I came in here to do this is me. Like, you put me on, trust me. But they don't. So with this, if it works, if we let it work, they're going to be like, hey, look, here's the algorithm. This is how you got to treat somebody so that they can get things right. So you listen to us, you'll have this pop. You listen to us, you do just plug you back in, bro. So that's all the AI is doing.
That's the thing. That's the thing, right?
Too,
like,
you said something else a minute ago, though, man. What was that?
Oh yeah, I said there's a difference between skill and talent. You know, you can be a skilled singer, but you may not be a talented artist. And there's a difference. I mean, you just outlined it. You got the vocals, man, but you ain't got the flow. And
yeah,
you know, we're touching on a machine that you can build to have the skill, but it'll never have the talent. You can't program that level.
It just depends on who codes it or what somebody says it. If you got 18 over here working on his AI project and he's coding his emotion and coding to tell it what to do, I mean, anything's possible.
That machine will never sound like 18.
Feel it.
It'll never sound like 18.
I didn't say it's going to sound like 18. I said if he's coding and doing the same thing.
No,
but
that's my point. You're not going to get 18 out of a machine. You're not.
It could sound like 18, but it won't be 18. That's the difference. It won't be.
Right.
So in the preciseness of certain words accentuated at a certain point that really make you feel what he's talking about in the moment, that one thing that happened, and I need you to feel this one word over everything else in his fucking verse. It's not going to be the same. It won't be the same. And it would be noticeable to those who know music, who know the artistry, who know the craft. And I ain't talking about me and 18 and A2 and L and LXL and Jag in this room. I'm talking about there are other people who don't know us who would be like, that's different than this. And they can't even tell you why, but they can just tell you that ain't the same. Those are two different things.
It's missing something.
Yes.
Yeah, because you know what? As a matter of fact, I mean, going back to what you said, I mean, there's times we've been in the studio cussing each other out because we like, you ain't giving us what we need. Go back up in there and do it again. You know what I mean? Making fun of each other. But like, what was that last one? Especially 18, because you ain't gonna bring him. You ain't gonna bring him that mediocre.
That wasn't 18.
Yeah. You not gonna bring him no trash because he gonna be up in there like, and then they getting on you because you running up. Hey, we only got so much time in the studio and you wasting it. Quit playing. right? Yeah. And so you gotta dig deep. And you know, we are one hitter quitter with the machine. What this reminds me of is y'all remember when we were young and going to McDonald's was a treat?
Yes.
Or getting a pizza was a treat. Do you remember how different it tasted then versus how it tastes now?
Man, I remember it like it was yesterday.
Shut up. See, these kids.
It was yesterday.
18 been whooping the private chat, man. He been like, bro, we need to play some music, bro.
Yeah, he bad. He big bad. I need to hear some. I'm speaking of music.
Hey, man. Hey, the chat is lit though. I just want to say that before everybody. We get into this.
Man, shout out to chat.
Shout out to the chat, man. Hit that like button.
Fail safe. They some looking ass niggas lurking through the door like a nigga won't get them. Fail safe. They some looking ass niggas lurking through the door like a nigga won't get them.
Fail safe, fail safe. If you hear it, it's a bit too late. This is for my shotters, hold up block, hot stock with the fully on toppers. And ain't nobody can stop us. Put respect on my name, boy, give me my propers. My kids eat steak, expensive pasta and lobster. I'm on go, my life's more like a movie or mobster. I'm a monster, I'm a motherfucking monster. Up, down, down, BABA, select, start like it's Contra. 99 lives, nigga, 99 problems. I'm cocky, keep you dark and you socked in the heart, nigga.
They some looking ass niggas lurking through the door like a nigga won't get them.
Feel safe.
They some looking ass niggas lurking through the door like a nigga won't get them.
Feel safe.
They some looking ass niggas lurking through the door like a nigga won't get them.
Feel safe.
They some looking ass niggas lurking through the door like a nigga won't get them.
Feel safe, feel safe. If you hear it, it's a bit too late. This is for my shotters, hold up block, hot stock with the fully on toppers.
Looking ass niggas, some male seven squares. Got no equation, no answer, they just there, sucking up there. Swear they don't care, but all said and done, they shouldn't be here. He kept us quiet, nothing like a rat. Something like the snapback, yeah, I start riots. Never forget what to never just consider. Just remember, I come with gorillas. A tisket, a tasket, your ass asking for it. Yes, indeed, I give you what you need. I high side as I proceed. Cause I got these bitches dizzy, you feel me? They some looking ass niggas lurking through the door like a nigga won't get them.
Feel safe.
They some looking ass niggas lurking through the door like a nigga won't get them.
Feel safe.
They some looking ass niggas lurking through the door like a nigga won't get them.
Feel safe.
They some looking ass niggas lurking through the door like a nigga won't get them.
Feel safe, feel safe. If you hear it, it's a bit too late. This is for my shotters, hold up block, hot stock with the fully on toppers. Feel safe, feel safe. If you hear it, it's a bit too late. This is for my shotters, hold up block, hot stock with the fully on toppers.
Listen to the dog.
The MIDI Lab Show.
Ooh.
God damn.
Lost it.
They some flipping nests lurking through the lurking down the roads like the highway won't get them.
Hey man,
he lost it.
Every Thursday night, the MIDI Lab Show.
I'm proud of y'all, man. Ain't nobody been punched out in a couple of episodes, man. I love it.
Yeah, I got that filter going.
I'm proud of us because I didn't think we could do better, but look at us doing better.
Yeah. So pretty much on the second half of the show, A2 Breezy and Mike Genius, y'all wanted to talk about American
History X, homie. Character assassination, our history of character assassination. Hey, it's big. Like my melon is blown how this is going undocumented right now as it happens in front of our face.
So I got a few clips. You know, I know we were infiltrating Dame Dash in the equation, and we were going to talk a little bit about Charlie Kirk. So I'm gonna play this clip. I meant to play it last week, but you know what I mean, like we just lost track of time. So I'm gonna play the clip. I got a few clips, you know what I'm saying, all the way from Dame Dash to Charlie Kirk. But I'm gonna start off with this, and then and you guys could tell me if we're on the right page with this. All right.
Bet.
Bring it.
Charlie Kirk did not deserve to be assassinated. But I'm overwhelmed seeing the flags of the United States of America at half-staff calling this nation to honor and venerate a man who was an unapologetic racist and spent all of his life sowing seeds of division and hate into this land. And hearing people with selective rage who were mad about Charlie Kirk but didn't give a damn about Melissa Hortman and her husband when they were shot down in their home tell me I ought to have compassion for the death of a man who had no respect for my own life. I am sorry, but there's nowhere in Bible where we are taught to honor evil. And how you die does not redeem how you lived. You do not become a hero in your death when you are a weapon of the enemy in your life. I can abhor the violence that took your life, but I don't have to celebrate how you chose to live. I am overwhelmed.
The MIDI Lab Show.
I think that's a good start.
I didn't realize we was about to go with clip that long because I got a clip that I would have sent you with Charlie Kirk defending himself. Well, I find it. I'll get it to you. Because that pastor is a bag of hot air. And as far as I'm concerned, he's a disgrace to the cloth. Utter disgrace. And he should give up his title as pastor. He's a big mouth with no fruit, a fruitless tree, according to scripture.
But as for his message, where was the same care for the other two people? Was that false? Was that a false narrative?
No. You know, it's a this for that. We want to run a smoke screen. Oh well, where was the concern for the? Hey, I can tell you, speaking for myself, when it came to Melissa Hortman, I wasn't informed. Because when I find out that something happens to somebody, I have a reaction. So, here's the thing. You lose a brother and everybody on the show is like, dang, Jag's brother went down. And then I bust in, well, what about my uncle? What?
Well, I mean, I feel you on that, but the thing is about that.
It's just some of the things defended.
The whole thing about that situation is that that if we're gonna recognize any type of figure politically, why didn't we recognize the other people who just got murdered? And especially because you said you didn't even hear about it. You feel me? So they even make it big enough news for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And they half flag. They do the half staff flag for Buddy. I mean, come on, man. We didn't do a half staff flag for actual senators of the state. And here we are recognizing this regular guy with a podcast.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I definitely understand where you're coming from with that. I feel like so that's a valid point. What I feel like in terms of that valid point is like it's too soon. Right now, question in the half staff. questioning, hey, listen, we probably should have gave Melissa Hortman more honorable mention, because what about her recognition? I'm with that, right? Hey, I'm with that. Those questions for sure. What bothers me, everything he said about a racist and all that negativity tells me he didn't do his research before he went out there and drug that man's name through the mud. And this is for me. This is my motivation in this show. It's not to argue, whether or not Charlie Kirk was a racist or not, because I'm gonna tell you right now, I've done my research. He wasn't. And on the other hand, that doesn't mean anybody else is not entitled to their opinion. But when you stand up behind that pulpit, you talk about another man who's preaching Christ, you had better make sure you do your research, right? And that you're not swayed by public opinion, because a lot of people, I've spoken.
Not to interrupt, but when I pulled that clip, it was more or less to where we can actually have a discussion and have a dialogue about it.
Yeah.
And it was a video that was kind of, I seen it in more than once. So usually when I see a clip that's more than once, and it's a point of view, because when we meet up and we're talking about what we're going to talk about, I try to find the clips to kind of coincide to create a back and forth and create a dialogue. And you know what? I don't know anything about that man so for it's new information. A2 Breezy, you're in that world though. So the
irony is that clip for me depicted exactly where we wanted to steer this narrative, bro. You know what I'm saying? Where it's all about, we're going to attack the identity of all these people after they're gone. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it moves back decades, where we wait until somebody gone, and then we're going to go ahead and say all these things about them negatively and pick apart personhood of who they are. Right. I went on a few weeks back when it happened, and I said I didn't agree with almost none of what dude talked about. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But that didn't mean that he didn't have the right to voice his opinion, and he didn't have the right to be who he was as an American, the same way that the rest of us have our right to come here and question maybe some of the shit he said, or the people who take issue with some of the things he said. They want to call him racist. Hey, it's like you said, man, A2, that's your opinion, and we cannot argue your opinion. It's your opinion. But at the same time, for somebody, like you were saying, to stand there, somebody in a position of power to stand there and tear somebody apart like that without looking at all the facts, to me, that's irresponsible. Now, if you have all the facts and you got every one of his entire speeches, and you go through the entire speech objectively, and you look at everything objectively, and then you still come away, yeah, that dude's a piece of shit. Hey, more power to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
The more I looked into dude, I didn't care for him. I cared for him less and less. But at the same time, I'm not going to assassinate dude's character, because he had every right to feel the way he felt. I don't align with that. I don't align with 90% of the shit he said. Yeah, I felt like he was divisive. Some of his comments, were very divisive. And some of the shit, if you take some of his shit, like just the clip itself, it looks terrible. But when you expand it, you're like, okay, I can see why he would think that. I think it's stupid, but I see why he would think that, But to just that would be the same thing as asking God or judging God for allowing Hitler to do the stupid shit he did. You know what I'm saying? You didn't see, you're not looking at the entirety of humanity. You're looking at one little clip, and you're judging God based on one little clip. And I've seen people do this. No lie. I've seen people.
Well, that's our history. That's our history.
No, but that's our history. But not even going back into history. I've seen people do this in the last couple of weeks, where they're challenging God based on little clips of things instead of looking at the entirety of humanity, man. And there are lessons to be learned. And if we're not going to learn the lessons, we're going to keep repeating the fucking story until we learn the lessons, man. So maybe we need to get the fuck out of our own heads and wake the fuck up and learn some shit, you know? Because otherwise, this stupid shit's going to keep happening. He's not being divisive. He's being a representation of an entire group of people. And maybe we, as an entire group of people, need to wake the fuck up and learn some stupid shit so that way we can move past all of this dumb shit and get on to the next thing in life.
Well, the only way for us to do that is for people to start thinking for themselves. And, you know, my point is I followed Charlie Kirk before he got shot. Like, I didn't like him at first either, which made me listen to him more, not just listen to sound bites, not just listen to snippets, not just listen to clickbait that has wild ass accusations on it, but actually listen to a lot of his presentations from beginning to end. Listen to him explain himself over a period of time and understand exactly what he was saying. Hear him say what he had to say for himself. I sent the clip of him speaking about the Black community and what he felt was going on from the outside looking in. And what I respect about him and other people that I've spoken to is people who grow up in this country on this piece of dirt don't feel like they have to be restrained or censored in what they have to say about other Americans. You know, we talk about equal rights, but we don't want equal rights. We want to be treated special. Equal rights means there's no more black, there's no more white, there's no more left, there's no more right. We're all Americans. And some things we agree on and some things we don't agree on. We erase all the labels and we stop letting other people think for us. That person that just got through speaking is a piss poor example of that. Piss poor. Piss poor.
Well, let me ask you this. With even though he might have said some positive things about Black people, what about things that he said negatively? Like, if there's a Black pilot, I'm not jumping on that plane. I don't want to.
He didn't say that, but he explained his. No, he didn't say I'm not jumping on the plane. He says if I see the Black pilot, I'm hoping that he's qualified for that position. And he's speaking about the DEI hire, and what he's saying about it is,
but the DEI hire, they're not going to hire nobody who's not qualified.
That's what I thought.
They might be a different race or a different gender, but they're not going to hire somebody who's not qualified.
That's not his perspective, and he explained the reasons why he had that concern. Right, he gave it by numbers, and nobody's going to ignore numbers, right? So if he says, "Hey, I'm looking at the numbers," and he even explains, "Hey, to get into some of these Ivy League colleges, some of the Asian and the white students had to score 200 to 300 points higher than the Black students." So that gives cause for a certain level of concern because he says, hey, that the DEI in itself leaves reason to cause doubt. Now, if we erase that and we say, hey, we're hiring the most qualified person, then it doesn't matter who that person is. You don't have a reason to question because there is no special consideration in hire. It's, hey, whoever it is, they earned their place there.
That sounds like to me, when somebody says something like that, it sounds like, well, Black people are so ignorant, you know what I'm saying, they couldn't get this.
That's an assumption. See, he didn't say that.
But why would you be put in a conversation to say it? That's what makes us feel that way.
That's the digging. That's the problem. He didn't say those things. So let me give a different example. Let me give a different example because I've heard people say that the Black Panthers were a racial supremacist organization. Were the Black Panthers racist? Were they Black supremacists? They were not. No. That's not the point of the show. Is not about people saying what they want to say. It's about people being accurate because you go out and kill people and then you vilify their person to assassinate their character and justify the injustice. So Fred Hampton gets killed and they're like, oh, he was a criminal. He was doing all these horrible things. He was a Marxist. He was a Leninist. He was not a criminal. He was not a threat to society. The Black Panthers are not a supremacist organization, and you don't get to call them that just because you didn't agree with their ideology. They uplifted Asians, they uplifted whites, they uplifted Hispanics, and they said it in their speeches. So we have to pay attention to what people say, not what we assume of that person, because they've done it to us. And like Mike is saying, if we don't stop doing the silly stuff, they're going to continue to do it to us right in front of our faces, and we just going to fall in line and let it happen.
And every time somebody... No, go ahead.
Every time somebody steps up and is not afraid to challenge the system, they go down. And the system always has an excuse. And we got to stop being sheep and start questioning that. If you listen to the man speak And he dignifies black people. He says the blacks and the natives are the two people with the greatest rights to claiming this country as theirs. And he says they're being abused and victimized. That don't sound like no racist to me. He has
but outside of the speeches, what are your actions do or say, or the way that he responds to things? Which again, if on the airplane says, "Well, I sure hope that guy is not the bottom of," that's his feeling. That's how he feels about it.
But my question is he supposed to sugarcoat it? Because okay, let's just be 100 right now. I'd rather a person talk to me directly and tell me the truth on how they feel than sugarcoat it. You know what I'm saying? They know they don't like they know they don't like me, right? But they act like they like me. I'd rather a guy tell me straight, a man to man tell me what his issue is straight up. You know what I'm saying? So it's everybody's entitled to speak their piece. You know what I'm saying?
That is true, but that's interpersonal like conversation versus like when you're talking to large groups of people, and it's like even in speech 101 and communication.
Still, you want him to keep it all the way 100 and speak how he feels, whether it's one person or there's 3,000 people.
Even me as a black man, though, they teach me from the jump pretty much ever since I started school that if I get up in front of a bunch of people and I talk, I got to take the accent out of my voice. I got to take the slang out of it and everything. Why? Because I'm talking to a large group of people and I got to generalize my statement as much as I can so that large groups of people can hear what I'm saying and receive it, not just like one-on-one conversation. So I got to talk to a group of people.
We're the ones that are us as black folks. We have no. Okay, let me get my thought out first.
Okay,
and then you can correct it. All right.
Okay.
We have street vernacular, and then we have interview. You know what I'm saying? So we know how to differentiate. Some of us do, and some of us don't. Some of us will get in front of a crowd of 1,000 people and use street vernacular, right? They probably wouldn't be taken seriously though. You know what I'm saying? And my genius, there's other ethnic groups, the Hispanics, they do it too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I mean? When you see the Asians, the Indians, they keep it formal. It's okay. I want to change the narrative to where it's okay to speak formally. You don't have to use street vernacular to look cool. And maybe, and I heard some of the speeches that Charlie Kirk, I never heard of him until he was killed. And I you know what I'm saying, or unalived, right? We're on YouTube. So we got to be politically correct here. We got to watch our words, you know what I'm saying, so we don't get flagged. But my whole point is that what's the problem with what he was saying? That as a middle-aged man, what is wrong with what he said? I'd rather him keep it 100 and say how he really feels than try to sugarcoat it and blind us and try to make it appear like he's right here with us. And really, he sometimes we have to speak direct. I know I speak direct when I'm trying to get my point across.
I'm gonna tell you that most of the problem is probably how what he said was received, and the reason why I'm gonna say that is
we do it too.
But you know that how you could say something right, and one person's ear could hear it one way, while another person's ear could hear it a different way. A good example of that is the Bible. You know what I'm saying? The good example of that is the Bible. You can interpret things different. So boom, he could have been saying something, and his intentions couldn't. Because I ain't looked at him too deep either. But what I did see is there was clips where racists would come and like talk to them, and when they talking to him, they thinking they about to talk to him on like some, oh, we're about to relate stuff, and he's like, nah, that's not what I was even talking about. That's not even what I was talking about. Boom, boom, bam. You're taking what I'm saying wrong and stuff like that. So it's people are hearing it, and people can hear his words and take it one way, even if he don't mean that. So we talking about intention versus impact here.
What's wrong with white folks speaking their mind?
Agree. Hey, I will agree with all of that, man.
What's wrong with white folks speaking their mind?
I think we show that we're not listening, and there's a difference between a misunderstanding and just not listening. When a person says something that's very direct, right? Like, hey, I don't like diversity hires because it gives reason to question whether or not the person's qualified. Then all of a sudden we're like, oh, you're saying black people ain't intelligent. He didn't say that. Like now we're taking things way out of proportion. And what I'm saying is that, and we do have a tendency to do that. What I'm saying is that then we fall in line with the people who've been doing that historically to people who have been trying to make improvements, whether those improvements were agreed upon or not, right? Hey, this person shows up, he leads a march of nonviolent people through the streets with permits and everything. And then dogs are sicked on them and hoses are launched on them and people are beat down in the streets and they got to come up with a narrative. Oh, Emmett Till, we're going to cut his balls off, beat him to death, and then, you know, stuff him down a river and then say, oh, it's because he assaulted a white woman. So this is history. And then all of a sudden, because it's somebody that we don't, that conveniently we disagree with, it was bad, but there's no but. George Floyd was murdered in the street. And what do they come back with? Oh, well, he did all these horrible things. There's no but. There's no but. You violated somebody's rights.
But how long did it?
Still talking about it.
Talked about it. And highlighted and CNN and Fox
for a long time.
Long time, bro.
Twitter
Long time.
So it's like
they broke into the mall over it, bro. Like,
but
that, yeah. Hey, there was some unrest. I don't even coincide with the whole Black Lives Matter things. I think it was a whole hoax in the narrative anyway.
For sure.
I'll be the first to say I can't stand Black Lives Matter. That's
real. But
that was embarrassing.
I mean, that shit draws a narrative, just like this draws a narrative.
You can't drive in two lanes at the same time, brother. You know what I'm
You
saying?
speaking to me?
On one hand, you can't say that civil rights was a mistake, and then be like, "Oh, well, black people was persecuted." So
no, what he said. Wait a minute. Let's be clear.
Say that.
Let's be clear. That's not what he's saying.
Yeah, he said that it was written abroad. He said that it was just there was certain things in the civil rights and all of that could be condensed and made because there's other formats that are actually being used to utilize the Civil Rights Act. It's so abroad. He said that it needs to be consolidated and condensed. So I did see that.
And more specifically, what he said was the civil rights movement is being hijacked for other areas that it did not apply to.
That's what I was trying to say. Yeah.
What he's implying is that we, I'm saying the black community, but the minority community as a whole are being scapegoated. And honestly, I heard another pastor who preached on that. And he's like, hey, man, it's time for people. If you're a believer, you need to stand up and stop letting people use you as their avenue of approach. What we went through, what the minorities went through in the civil rights is not like what some of these groups are going through today. And they want to compare themselves thinking that they're living in Nazi Germany. Bro, you are not living anywhere close to.
No.
And so he was saying that we are being misused. Those of us who come from this background, they're riding our backs. They're writing the work that we've put in. Being black or being a minority, being a Hispanic, being Asian, that's not a choice. And it's not something that should be held against you. In the same respect, it's also not something that should be a positive. It shouldn't matter at all.
Right.
And that's all he was saying. But he's saying the civil rights movement was
trash.
I'm tired of talking to you black folks.
Hey, for me,
but what did he say? What was his take on guns, though? tell him, what was his take on guns? The Second Amendment, and the whole reason why everything was able to happen.
Part, though.
Yeah,
that's the ironic part. Because I'm glad you brought that up. Because that's the ironic part. Because he was like, we need gun violence in order to keep.
Yeah, no, I wanted Tony to take it though because I didn't want. I wanted him to hit that perspective.
Hold on, man, because that's all tin hat shit again, bro. Like
that's not tin hat.
Yes, it is, bro. That's a conspiracy theory.
He said what he said was they asked him a question. He gave a short answer. They said, "Do you are you okay with gun violence to keep your rights?" In essence, he said yes. And here's why. He said because we have more people dying in vehicular accidents every year than by gun violence, but we're not making laws to restrict weapons or vehicles. He says what we're trying to do is we're trying to reduce vehicular deaths. He says, so what we should focus on is reducing the gun violence, not taking away rights. And I agree with him because, highlighting guns as a reason for gun violence
didn't he vote for?
Hold on, let me finish my thought. Highlighting guns as the cause of gun violence is as stupid as highlighting spoons as the cause of fat people. Okay, so if you think that the guns jump out of the safe and shoot people themselves, or that holding a gun makes you homicidal, bro, I should be locked up. I don't know how many times over. I mean, and so
we
what he was
have more guns in America. Americans have more guns than anybody in the world. It's like how many guns you had?
I'm not gonna say
we don't need to say that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
mine Jesus didn't need a gun,
and I don't use them unless I have to. I'm a free man. What that got to do with the tea in China? I mean, we got a lot of
saying there's so many guns here. There's so many the tea in China. There's so much tea out there. Everybody drink tea. So there's so many guns out here. Everybody got guns, and everybody shoot their guns. And
you know what?
Get mad. First they do
they don't invade because civilians is militant.
We produce the most amount of alcohol too. I don't see anybody talking about we need to stop that.
We do. We're
okay. We're okay with DUIs. We're okay with alcoholism. We're okay with narcotics and the amount of people that we have dying from opioids right now.
We live in the
what does it turn? I never was
society. So it's about the money.
America
check
this
is
out.
About how to profit. That's what America is.
We talk about drug demand reduction, but how did them drugs get into the country?
Yeah,
boats, planes, trains, buses. Before they ever hit the hood, before they ever hit our blocks, they coming through big business, homie. They coming through big business, but all of a sudden we like, oh no, we don't want that. Well, how come we're not stopping it? I'm just saying, man. Like
they come in with 2 18-year-olds on a fishing boat trying to escape poverty. That's how they come in.
No, that ain't nothing but a cover up, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now.
5 minutes.
I'm not gonna dig too deep into that because it's gonna take us where we don't want to go. My point is when we look at the individuals in the history of our country of assassinating people's character, I'm disappointed in the participants that I see in that same thing today. The smoke screening. Again, I'm okay with the questioning of why Melissa Hortman didn't get the same respects that they're giving Charlie Kirk. I'm down for that. Like I think that's I don't think that's an insensitive question.
That's a valid question.
I think so.
Yeah.
But like
what's insensitive is devaluing his death because other people didn't get a shine.
Right. Yes.
Oh no.
Yes. We're all humans.
Hey, that's not even a point.
It is a point.
People are making it a point, bro. Like that's the point.
Well, you got to think about it when it comes to media.
It's not that it's a point. It's that it's shown. It's that it's shown. Like he was a media. He said he didn't get to see it. You didn't get to see it for a reason because they didn't air it to you because they didn't want you to know about it. They didn't want you to talk about it. They didn't want you to tweet about it.
Well, they control the narrative.
When this man go down, they gonna blow that. Exactly. They blow up what they want to blow up. So it's not that it's ever faulty and told or saying, hey, that's messed up. You didn't see that. That's not how it ever wanted to come across in that way. It's like, hey, look, check this out. Hey, why did this and X and Y happen? But we still over here trying to figure out the Pythagorean theorem like 3 weeks later. Like, what about these problems right here? So it's not that it's made a point. It's just like, where did it go?
LXL, and then I have something I want to point out, man, from the comments.
Well, I want to answer your question, Mike, because I think I just heard it. Boom. So you said, like, what does that do? Honestly, I feel like, and this ain't even Charlie Kirk's fault, but like the fact that, like, you know, he died and everything, and now boom, the media like gets flooded, and everything feels like timing to me because as soon as, like, you know, the media is flooded with like his death and everything. Of course, like I said, on a humanistic level, like I feel like for him, and I like pray for his family and everything, just because of the fact that's another human died. But at the same time, you have people dying at their colleges, at their places of education, you know what I'm saying? And like they're plastering one thing on the media, and it's kind of like his death is, in a way, to me, it seemed like that's being used in a smoke screen in itself. Because there's like, because, and it's not even that one takes priority over the other, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's the fact that we, for some reason, have a problem acknowledging that this is important and this is important. Not just not this is important or this is important. And that's like, yeah, exactly, man. Exactly.
Yeah. Which is even, thank you so much, because that helps. So in the comments, Irish 707, homie Chad, you know what I'm saying? Susoon, California, 707, baby, says each side of the political spectrum are masters of presenting information to fit their narrative. And right now, one side is controlling the narrative because they're talking about how the media is against everything that they're doing. And so the media wants to show, no, we're going to give you your love too. Right. And so they're overdoing certain things because they've underdone other things and they got caught on that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And so right now, everybody is all about this because it's what's selling. And it's ultimately what's distracting us. We're over here looking at this shit. Meanwhile, who the fuck knows what's going on over here right now? You know what I'm saying? Because that's how they've always done this shit. Yes. It's a smoke and mirrors, man. It's a magic show, bro. But it's been like that, and I don't care which side you're on. It's been like that the whole time.
But I think you can. I think tone matters, right? You know the difference when somebody is trying to redirect your focus versus when somebody is trying to be inclusive. When it's like, yeah, we got this going on over here. Why are we not talking about this over here as well? Versus, hey, I ain't got nothing to say about this over here because we ain't talking about that over there. I see a lot of that. Yes. I see a lot of that. And what I'm saying, like to me, when I feel like, you know, so I've seen this come up as well. And this is my sentiment. Left ring, right ring, they're on the same bird. And whether you're on one side of the spectrum or the other, you're letting them dictate your perspective. Where I'm saying, just get off the plane altogether. You know what I'm saying? And people start thinking for themselves and start looking at, hey, wait a minute, we don't have to decide one over the other because there's some similarities and they don't want us to see this. There's similarities where these people are working in some of the same circles and they don't know these circles are touching each other. Anytime there's any type of movement that looks like it could bring some type of unity, it gets put down and then it gets vilified. That is the history. And that's what I'm trying to point out. Yeah. Right. Even when we say, hey, I'm not going to allow this to create separation right now, there is a strong trend of, you don't like it, bro, just unfollow me. And I'm like, bro, you guys are like a bunch of babies, man. Like we on this in this group right here might get passionate, may get intensive. We can disagree all day long. You guys are my brothers. When we hang up, it don't matter. Right. Like this,
still going to the Sabbath bar.
That all day long together.
Nah, you know what, man? If y'all don't agree with me,
plate.
Fuck y'all. Y'all don't agree with me?
No.
You are now watching the MIDI Lab Show.
Hey, if you agree with me, if you agree with Tone, A2 Breezy, if you agree with Mike Genius, if you agree with LXL Reyes, if you agree with Jaguar Park or L, hit like in the
hit like.
Oh yeah, we need you to hit the like button. We need to hit the like button. I haven't looked at the likes right now.
You gotta like all of us. All you gotta do is like one of us and hit the like.
Just because you hear right now, just hit like anyway.
Yeah. Hey, can I jump in? I want to jump in real quick, and then you about to.
Yeah, I'm gonna play some music after because Jag he wanted to play a record.
Okay, yes. All right. Let me just drop it. I'm gonna put it on the one.
Play a record,
boy. Who's heard of Leonard Peltier?
No.
Who's heard of the American Indian Movement?
No, I have heard of that.
Who's heard of the Black Panthers, the original Black Panthers?
Oakland, California.
I just had to make sure. Okay, so if you heard the original Black Panthers, then you may have heard about the American Indian Movement, which was led by Leonard Peltier out of South Dakota. He was locked up. He just recently got out. Joe Biden had just pardoned him before he left office.
They didn't talk about that.
Being locked up. Well, this goes back to and I want to make sure I brought this up before we go into another break, right? Because this is a brother from the American Indian Movement, right? Who had been locked up, a political prisoner, was accused of being involved in a situation that led to the death of 2 federal agents. That has been disputed since that day. And they have called him a political prisoner. Now, some people would say, oh, he was a criminal. Why was he criminalized? Because he took the Panthers free breakfast program, brought it to the reservations, and was making a stand for Native Americans, right? Again, we see another example of this. And if we listen to the narrative, we'll believe, oh, he's just a criminal. This man that gave up 40 years of his life, easy, sitting behind bars because he was trying to speak up for his people, right? If they were able to get Native Americans to turn against them, even better, because it creates the division, right? As long as they can control the narrative, they control the direction. And I'm saying that because I sound like this, I know I sound like the conspiracy theorist. I'm okay with that. If you're reading the text, that that Satan is the God of this kingdom and he's not putting anybody in power that would threaten his power, right? And so we have to think about the people who are really in control and what their aim is. Division leads to control. It also leads to destruction.
No kelp.
Hey, what up to
So
GK?
get your mind right.
Genghis Khan.
GK in the building.
What's up with it? What's up, Mimi?
Shout out
Nisha?
to Chad.
Kim? Hey, what up, Chad Gill? What up, Deleted? Hey, let me see y'all, man.
JRC Turbo.
I want to go ahead and break something down, man.
No, hit that like button.
Yeah.
That's all I'm doing right now.
Hey, why you
Do it.
Hit that like button, man. We still
Subscribe
got
and hit the alert too.
we still got some stuff.
You are now
left
watching the
on
MIDI
show.
Lab Show.
Get it. Come on, let's play it.
Yeah.
Let me hear it.
This is what Jag wanted to hear tonight. So
Yeah.
I mean, goddamn, I've been around 30. What the fuck have I done? Where the fuck have I been? At the bars, looking at the stars, dreaming so big and I was talking real large. But inside I was all on pause. Such a facade, more like a mirage. Little older, I'm talking to God. I'm slipping, I'm tripping, I'm getting way too high, lifted. At least I know that I'm getting rid of it. Fuck the money and the fame, let me do this shit again. Hip and wine, can you please take me back though? Got the mind frame, know how to act though. Got the style and I know how to stack though. Shut them down, back from the melody. 4 for the quarter, 16 for the guillotine. Shut them down, melody. 4 for the quarter, 16 for the guillotine. Don't shoot, please I'm in my element. Black hoodie, black skin, man, it's evident. Trying to get me to conform to these embellishments. Trying to get rid of my culture, make it prevalent. Don't shoot, my nigga in his element. Black hoodie, black skin, man, it's evident. Trying to get me to conform to these embellishments. Trying to get rid of my culture, make it prevalent. Say my brother's hard to maintain. With all these agents hardwired to the mainframe. Leo died trying to figure out the same bang. Integrity never cracked, man, you see my pain. Not a flaw nor scratch, I don't know crack. Looking back, lips sealed, better know that. Telling lies, say you see me in a Kodak. Networking underground, nigga spirituals. Off the grid, man, we hustling in intervals. Me and my dogs eating blue buffalo. No benefits, that's the okey doke. Make a nigga go hope, Mark Ruffalo. Y'all all beef, we lean, nigga buffalo. Ringside, nigga, I'm Tennessee Buffalo. My connect don't lag, no buffalo. Back off the wave or get lost in the undertow. Don't shoot, please I'm in my element. Black hoodie, black skin, man, it's evident. Trying to get me to conform to these embellishments. Trying to get rid of my culture, make it prevalent. Don't shoot, my nigga in his element. Black hoodie, black skin, man, it's evident. Trying to get me to conform to these embellishments. Trying to get rid of my culture, make it prevalent.
I'ma make it if you leave me open. Nigga, tell your bitch to come and bust it open. When I pull up to the scene, she got that pussy soaking. I can trust a hoe, I'ma hit it with a Trojan. If it ain't gas, nigga, I don't want it. If you talking numbers, then my niggas on it. Don't tell me, nigga, come and show me. Ain't got enough time sitting on my rollie. Always got a couple bitches on me. Yeah, I got it for any sucker nigga that want it. Yeah, remember the days I was lost and hungry. Yeah, I hated the days I was cold and lonely. Yeah, I came up, now they acting like they want me. They want my soul, yeah, they tryna take it from me. Yeah, these diamonds on me looking sunny. I wonder if it's me or it's just the money.
Don't shoot, please I'm in my element. Black hoodie, black skin, man, it's evident. Trying to get me to conform to these embellishments. Trying to get rid of my culture, make it prevalent. Don't shoot, my nigga in his element. Black hoodie, black skin, man, it's evident. Trying to get me to conform to these embellishments. Trying to get rid of my culture, make it prevalent. Came from the land of Moo, we love marrying niggas, and we Moorish too. Homie, trace your roots, accept the facts and face the truth. You will corporate too. They built the news to try to call the truth. So they can call the truth. Claim fire and fury when they drop the news. So tell me where's the proof? We've been occupied since 1492. Screaming, please don't shoot. Got my hands up, cop, please don't shoot. Lord, tell me what we gon' do. They say we African American, but that ain't true. A nigga's original and I'm black for two. And I'm original and I'm top two.
I am sorry, Erica, but now Erica can talk to me. Charlie's angry. Look at that. He's angry at me now.
The MIDI Lab Show.
Don't do Breeze like that, man.
Oh man, Trump is a trip.
Hey, you see, this is the only nigga not laughing. Don't do this nigga like that.
I don't know what's
Thursday
funny, man.
night, the MIDI Lab Show.
That's
It's
somebody's
horrible.
funeral. Like I don't
Hey,
think that's funny
yeah,
at all.
Trump
Horrible.
clapped. He clapped that night.
Or
Got them cheap.
The people you
He
hang
might have
with,
clapped
right?
his own cheeks.
horrible.
Man,
Melania watched.
Man, shout out to everybody that's watching right now. We do appreciate you. You could be anywhere in the world, but you right here with us on the MIDI Lab Show Thursday nights, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is when we go live. Also, we have the dialogue on Tuesday nights, and we have the LXL Universe on Wednesdays. And we got some surprises coming up on Fridays too. We're working on that. We're trying to put that together. Please hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? I haven't looked at the real-time stats right now, but I do appreciate everybody in the chat. It's it's going crazy, and I try to post as much as I can on the front screen. So Jag asked me to play, you know what I'm saying, Black America. You know what I'm saying? I thought it wasn't on the list, but it's still here, so.
And it was a good selection too.
Yeah, man, we have fun on Thursday
that's what
nights.
I felt it was touching on what we was touching on.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
no doubt. We're gonna have some more new music. We trying to put it together.
Hey,
Go
just
ahead.
for the record, while you pulling up what you about to pull up,
Yes, sir.
I just mastered the Genghis Khan Conquest album because somebody
nice.
asked me for a copy of it.
Nice.
And I was like, it's not ready. So I mastered the entire album and I sent it. I sent it to a couple of people. I need to send it because it's a lot of files. I need to just put it in our Dropbox, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to download that.
We'll play it on the
fire,
show,
bro. It's
We'll probably it'll be nice to have GK on the show while we just
would be.
we just
Hey,
spend the whole
he
night.
in the building. He in the building.
No, I saw that. That's
GK,
what's
you
up.
hear
That's
that? You hear that, GK?
Come on, bro. Whenever you're ready, you get on. You know what I'm
They
saying?
want to interview Khan.
You came on a Monday night, and we were just messing around when we were doing Monday night lives. But Thursdays is really it's really the party. You know what I'm saying? Something like a little like this.
So damn for you to say I'm tripping, to hold me from myself. Don't you know, 12 o'clock in the morning.
The MIDI Lab Show.
What's up,
He said,
Yeah.
don't you know I'm qualified?
We try to have fun on Thursday nights, man.
He got that Woodbury real in there.
Laughing.
What's up, Shawty? She gonna respond like a white. Hey, she respond like a white. Excuse me. Hey, we was in St. Louis a couple weeks ago, and the waitress was going inside the building, and we was trying to catch her. We were like, hey, excuse me. They didn't hear us. And while they said, excuse me, and I was like, oh, she came with that what? Hey, she said it so polite too. The girl turned around. It's like, they wanted you over there. You can't beat that Karen power, man. That Karen power is strong. It's potent.
Damn, did GK just tell us no live in the chat?
He said no.
Did he just say I'm busy? Hold on.
We got Kirk. We got Kirk.
Oh, the hell?
Nope.
Hell,
That doesn't mean no. No, hell no. He don't get to say no. Fuck that.
Hey,
I can't
man.
find
Let me
the
book a
chat.
flight. Hold on, where my phone at so I can book a flight out there.
Right? I'm gonna drive to his house.
Hey,
I'll
L,
be
work
right
out your
back.
new system. Call him live right now. Hold up.
Cheapoair.com. Hold on, I'm coming.
Chiva.
Right.
I'm flying in San
He
Francisco.
got ego in
I'm
the
being
car.
in San Francisco. GK, you come pick me up.
Hey, if Ray, if you still online, bro, we ain't forgot it. Your hat is now it's on its way, bro. Like
it's in Beijing. It should be here.
It's crazy because it like his hat was on the way and then they ran out. The vendor did. So now the vendor, you know what I mean? They're good. That colorway is on the way, bro.
Hey, speaking of Ray D, though, he's the one who hit me on the side. Was like, "Hey, man, you got a copy of that Genghis album, Conquest?"
Oh, yeah.
And I was like,
"It's a dope album."
I do, but hold on a second. And so I mastered the whole. That's why I mastered it, man. And I was like, you know what?
Hey, that's
Genghis
dope, man.
needs to have a copy of this. And then I sent it to a couple people, like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, remember this? You know,
You ain't sent it to me.
No, I didn't.
Hey, shout out Ray, man. Shout out my man, dog.
Yeah.
Come over here and get it. You live
Yeah,
down
I'll just
here.
come pick it. I'll come pick it up. Yeah.
Yeah, just come pick it up.
Hey, he be
It'll be on
pushing too.
cassette
Hey,
tape.
my boy be on the skateboard, something serious, dog. So he do need that GK because hey, he be right. He be right.
It's a dope album too. Crazy.
Ray D's still here. He just commented. He's still here, baby.
Hey.
Oh, okay.
Hey, what's up? What's up to my cousin? What's up to my cousin Hyphy, man? What's up, Hyph?
What's up, bro?
Hyph, what it do?
We only drop hits on We Love Radio.
Shoot. What up, fam?
Hey,
what up, fam? Hey.
Now my heart and soul turn into bits, and I'm still not over it.
I'm just not over it. I'm just not over it.
The MIDI Lab Show.
Right on time.
Crazy part is I know people that look like everybody in that video, bro. It's funny as shit.
Oh my God.
We still giving them boys airplay.
Huh.
They're gonna catch on and be like, oh, we gotta put this on Spotify so we can get that tag.
We got plays, fool.
Step into my office.
Where's the platforms be playing this?
Because you're fucking fired.
Oh no.
So the last segment, man. I mean, I'm gonna play this clip in regards to Dame Dash. I feel Dame Dash gets a bad rap in these days and age, or days and age, or whatever. So let's just run the clip.
Day and age, brother. Day and age.
It might be the slosh tonight. They got me a little, Here we go.
Okay, so sometimes you have to ask yourself, why do you demean, dislike, and disrespect anything that looks like you? Well, you have to ask the Breakfast Club for sure, because Ben Shapiro gets on the Breakfast Club to explain how to debate productively across opposing views. Meanwhile, Dame Dash gets fact-checked, laughed at, and questioned about whether he's even a part of revolt. This is the psychological sickness that's eating black culture alive. Ben Shapiro, a man who built his entire career on opposing black interests, arguing against systemic racism, promoting policies that are against black communities, he gets treated with deference and respect for his intellectual approach. But Dame Dash, who literally created Roc-A-Fella Records, launched careers, preached black ownership for decades, built billion-dollar brands from nothing, gets interrogated like everything he says is a lie. We give white voices credibility they never even earned, while fact-checking black pioneers who actually built something. This is about a historical pattern. We've been doing this since Elvis stole from black artists, since rock and roll got whitewashed, since jazz got repackaged for white consumption. Black culture creates, white culture profits. And somehow we end up respecting the thieves more than we respect the originators. Dame Dash represents black ownership in an industry built on stealing from it. And instead of protecting him, we question his legitimacy while giving white voices platforms to explain why they deserve respect. I know you're going to say, well, Dame Dash, he said this and that. And I'm not here to negate that. But I want to say agreement is not a requirement for respect. And they've proved that with Shapiro. They disagreed with his politics, but respected his right to explain his position without interruption, without laughing, and without fact-checking. Dame Dash is a part of the historical side of hip-hop, no matter if we give him credit or not. But we teach black people to question black anything while accepting white authority as true. You got to remember those kids in the doll test, the ones who were asked, which doll is ugly? Which doll is dumb? And they pointed to the black doll. Yeah, well, those kids grew up. They're adults now. They're voting, they're hiring, they're teaching, they're working at corporations and still pointing at the black doll. Except now, the doll is you. I'm Madam President with a Z, and I'm 100% politically incorrect. And if you know this is to be true, comment true. I want you to be a part of my community.
The MIDI Lab Show.
So I just wanted to put that out there and give props to the content creator. You know, I didn't want to cut her out. So anybody that want to follow her, subscribe to her, please do. But how you guys feel about that?
Well, she got a good point.
She does.
She got a really good point.
She's got a good point. I mean, like, you know, I watched the whole interview.
She's got to rock with the.
You say that say that with reservation. Like she does, but like it's quite obvious that she's on point, not just in the interview with Dame Dash, but how we look at each other just in a day-to-day. Listen to our music. We don't respect each other.
I mean, watch the Breakfast Club, bro. Just watch the Breakfast Club. They don't respect shit.
Yeah.
Nah, they clown everything.
They clown people. They clown the shit out of people.
They troll the shit out of everybody.
LXL, that's right.
Yeah, definitely. Like, kind of took the words out of my mouth. So it's like, you know, it's also about how you, what's the word? Like, I'll say for Dame, one thing he should be very conscious of, especially if he ever goes in the Breakfast Club again, is how he carries himself. I think he has so much knowledge, and I think that once you listen past all the trolling and stuff that they did, like he was actually saying like a lot of stuff that I was able to take back. A lot of stuff about just owning businesses, having family businesses, and like LLCs. He was putting people on like for sure, like during that. But it was about some people get knowledge and then they develop like a sense of cockiness, kind of like they flaunt it, or their knowledge, they feel like they know something that you don't, and makes them feel like exclusive, and then they could kind of like talk to you anyways. And like, you know, there was just those times where, and the reason I was able to see the difference so much is because there was a point where Dame was in the seat and he was talking, and I see him use words like, and this is why you guys are so stupid, because I bet you don't know this, and that, which is nothing against them. You know, at the end of the day, they were trolling him, so he's going to troll them. But he also brought his mentor with him. And one thing that I realized is when he sat his mentor down, a person who he looked up to and admired, his OG, when he sat his mentor down, his mentor is very like well spoken. His mentor articulated himself. Yup. And he articulated himself like super well. He was calm. His demeanor was calm. He didn't put anybody down, and he was able to address a lot of things that Dame, I feel like, tried to address during the interview, yet he couldn't, because he couldn't keep his emotion in check. And it was the same thing. It was the same thing for Envy and Charlamagne, I think. But it really does. It takes you having to come from a place of being soft-spoken yet assertive. You know what I'm saying? When you were trying to like convey certain messages. So it really goes back to that whole thing of, you know what I'm saying? Like, how are you saying something when you're talking to crowds? How are you speaking to your audience and things like that? Because I realized that when he sat down, as opposed to Dame, they shut up. Nobody disrespected him. Nobody interjected. Nobody, you know, they let him get out his complete thoughts. And like, you know, I just realized that it was a difference. It was just a big difference. That was the first thing that I had noticed.
So, you know, I here's something, man, that, you know, in the industry I'm working in, I've had to learn, because coming from Fairfield, you know, we just so quick to tell somebody where they stand. You know what I'm saying? And I'm real cool. I wouldn't say I'm now real quick, but I can tell you I have been real quick to tell somebody, fuck off. Real quick. Like, I don't have patience for you. Go fuck yourself. And my boy will sit here and tell somebody the same message, but be like, you know, I'm really sorry. I do apologize. It sounds like we're not going to be able to assist you today. Literally the exact same message, but tone is everything. A2 Breezy, Tone is everything. You know what I'm saying? You know, you get you know what I'm saying? It's double entendre.
Tone is everything.
Yeah.
Hey, that was a quadruple. Bruh, that was deep, bruh.
Your attitude.
Genius.
Your attitude determines your altitude, bro. And my boy at work, another boy at work tells me this all the time, man. Your attitude determines your altitude. And so, like, you can tell somebody fuck off, or you can tell somebody have a nice day. And essentially you're saying the same thing, but there's a way to say it to where people don't feel like I want to stab this motherfucker right now. And there's a way to say it to where, you know, they're like, you know what? I'm going to come see him next time. You know, there's an attitude.
Hey, there's a way you could get both off across though, right?
I mean, I respect all of that. I respect
you come with
that
straight, firm, type stuff at the same time.
Just coming from an atmosphere of working in, let's just say, analyst work or customer service, there's a certain deliverance that you have to deliver to show your professionalism. Thing about it is that we're talking about Dame Dash, the guy that created Roc-A-Fella Records alongside Biggs and Jay-Z, right? He was the business mind behind that. And it's a very aggressive industry, right? So yes, Mike, I agree. Tone is everything, right? Your deliverance, right? But when you're around sharks that are looking to only profit, their objective is to make money off of you and your talent. So they're going to be sharks. They're only going to think about their best interest, right? So you have to be aggressive. I think that Dame Dash is polarizing, right? And the industry needs people like him, right? He preaches ownership, own your own business, intellectual property, build a brand, right? For Black communities that have historically been, you know, exploited by music, sports, media, we can go on down the line, right? We fall into the bracket of just being participation while everybody else actually gains from it on a monetize. They make money off of it. We create it, they take it, and they capitalize off of it. So we need someone like Dame Dash. We need more Dame Dashes in the industry to teach the youth that, right? And you have hold on. You have to be. You cannot sugarcoat in this industry of music. You got to be direct. And Mike, you knew Sebek. Shout out to Sebek. Sebek was very direct. When we went into those offices, he was like, "This is what it's going to be." And if you don't like it, we're going to walk the fuck out of here.
I ain't trying to be interrupting anybody, but you know, I left because I had to answer the door, and my cousin right here, come down here and say something. What's up, man?
What up with it, chat?
I can hit that like button.
Smash that like button.
What's good? Hey, that like button, baby. That's what's up, man.
I saw an eyeball and an arm.
Hey, touching back though on the same thing as what LXL from earlier, it's like when you get into damn, hold up. Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead, Mike. I'm come back. Go ahead. I gotta bring it back.
So,
I'm gonna touch it down nice though.
Yeah, no, it's all good, man. So back in the days, I used to be mad that Spike Lee wasn't winning Oscars as a director of a movie. And somebody once explained to me, you know, there's a way to explain something to people. There's a way to get across your point without being in everybody's face with it. You know what I'm saying? Dame Dash, to me, I don't give a fuck what he's done. He breathes the same air the rest of us breathe. Yeah, he put on a Jay-Z and all these other cats. You know what I'm saying? He developed the Roc-A-Fella Records. That's cool for him. That's great for him.
Hey,
you know.
Hold on. Hey, hold on.
Go ahead.
Hold on.
Hey,
hold on.
This is my oldest daughter right here. And
I'm so baby girl.
This is my lovely daughter. She has a 4.7 percentile. She's number one in her class.
Got that GTA.
She's taking college course classes right now while she's in high school.
Yeah. Hey, don't be shy. So don't hide your face. Don't hide your face.
Girl.
Hey, your AP classes. You're gonna be glad you did it once you get to college.
Hey, and her name is biblical, bro. It's
Yeah,
the
her
most
name is
spiritual name. It's the
Genesis.
beginning of it all.
Yeah, yeah.
Your
My
name
first
is
rap.
biblical.
Yeah.
Why she getting it
This is
done?
Genesis. This is my 4
Genesis.
pounder. This is my 4 pounder, and look what she is now. Yeah, proud daddy. Okay, baby.
4.07. Hey,
Straight
congratulations.
up,
Get
straight
all them flowers. Get all them flowers.
All right, hold on, man. I missed that, man. Who was
So,
Yeah,
it?
you did. Yeah, you did.
Jenny.
yeah, you
Yeah,
missed it.
Jenny.
It's all
what you
good,
get.
bro.
You had to catch the
Just
replay,
happened
bro.
to come in. She just
I ain't
happened to
fooling
come
with
in.
y'all.
So, hey, so like I'm proud of
Go
her.
ahead, go
First
ahead.
of all, you know, I'm proud of her. That's amazing. And look, she humble. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
She killing it right now. She top of her class,
Yeah.
and she just proved my point for me, man. She humble. You know what I'm saying? She
Yeah,
like, oh,
very
you know, the
much.
attention don't need to be on me. Dame
So,
Dash,
Star.
dude, he killed it. He killed it in the industry, and props to him. But you don't have to walk around flaunting your nuts like I'm Dame Dash, bruh.
But
Why
ain't he
We
not?
been
know
the
who
same
the
man
fuck
since
you
the
are, man.
beginning?
Why not?
We know
He
why
ain't never
not.
changed it up.
You know what?
Why not? Why can't
Okay,
he do
I
that?
got you. He can do that, but don't expect everybody to respect you because you being a dickhead, bro. You know what I'm saying? Attitude
Damn
equals
right.
altitude. Tone is everything. I
Yes.
just said that shit.
No, I
He can
respect
do
that.
all of
Mikey.
that.
Yes.
He can do every bit of that. But you know what? Don't nobody give a fuck because he breathed the same air we breathe, and that don't make him no better than the rest of us. And the problem with him is that he's walking around here talking about how he's Dame Dash. Bro, you don't need to tell us who you are, sir. We do recognize who you are. And
Man,
Barry Gordy
I
doesn't need
thought
to
that
walk
you would
around
be
and tell
actually
us.
impressed by Dame Dash.
No,
Mikey.
no.
You're not.
Barry
Wow.
Gordy didn't walk around telling everybody he's Barry Gordy. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucking Quincy
Hey.
Jones didn't walk around telling everybody he's Quincy Jones. They knew who he was. You don't have to tell if you
Yeah,
that
he's
much of a
lost.
boss.
He don't know who he is
Okay,
no more,
so
Mike. You damn right.
okay, wait a minute.
He
Wait a
lost,
minute. Wait a
bruh.
minute. I'm just curious. I'm just asking.
Hold on.
So if there's a rapper that comes out and he's saying he's the MF best, nobody is effing with him. He's the dopest, right? We're
But we
gonna
saw
applaud.
Benzino do that.
We're gonna applaud. We're gonna
got you.
applaud that,
Slap
right?
that dude.
We're gonna
I got
applaud
you.
that,
Slap
right?
him.
But
You wanna slap him.
but wait, no. We're gonna.
No, that's not what he's doing, though, bro. That's not what he's doing. He's treating people like they're less than him, and that's the part I got a problem with. Eminem ain't walking around talking
That's
about
right.
you're less than
Well,
me
Eminem
as a
can't do that.
person. Yes,
Eminem
that's what
can't.
he's doing, and Eminem's not doing that.
Hey, but hold on. Do
Hey,
you?
yeah,
Dame
Dame
is not
a
doing
whole
that.
Dame is a whole asshole. He's very correct, bro.
Hey, but
He's
do
a
you?
whole
Do you?
What's
asshole.
wrong with him being
Jay-Z.
an asshole, though? That's what I'm trying to
Jay,
understand.
Hey, there's
yes,
nothing
I have
wrong
no
with
problem
it.
with him
It's
being
just
an
the
asshole.
part
This is
that
the music business. You have to be aggressive.
No,
You cannot
The,
be
no,
politically correct.
the
in
asshole is
music.
where the shit come out of, though.
bro.
Hey,
I
you see my
literally
shirt,
just
right?
hey,
You see my shirt, right?
you spit out time.
You see my shirt, right?
hold on. I literally just named the two most prominent black men in music history: Quincy Jones, Barry Gordy, and neither one of them was walking around treating other people like they full of shit. Like he was that dude. They
Hey,
weren't
can I
walking
bring
around doing that. You don't have to do that.
Can I bring up a point though? Because I do this. I agree with you what you're saying, Mike. But because there's two things we can respect about somebody. We can respect their work and we can respect their person, right? And the two are not synonymous. So we can say, hey, you know what, Dang Dash put in some good work, but his person, right? I can.
Nigga.
And so I think what we're getting at is when that person shows up, right? Should we not respect their work? And when you have that person on that show, because the whole idea is, well, you know, and I agree with Mike. We're raising the youth, man, and we got to articulate, like, hey, man, your work and your person are two separate things, but you don't have to allow your person to fall by the wayside just because you do a good job. However, we do want the clef notes. You've made it to the Super Bowl and back. You got a few rings on your fingers. Go ahead and give me the notes, and we can exercise a little humility. I'll tell you, one time I was working in the city at City Hall. And I'm sorry, some of y'all don't know what the city is. I was in San Francisco, for those who ain't knowing. And I'm working at City Hall. That's the city. For y'all that don't know. And as an older black lady came to me, and she's like, "Hey, are you gonna vote?"
Shit.
I said, no, ma'am. And she said, then you're stupid.
Mm.
Boy, I was fired up because she said it like I was gum on the bottom of her shoe. And I looked at her like, and she's an older lady. So, I had to hold up. I was like, Mommy, but she said, don't get mad. And it took me a minute to understand why she said that, because of what she had been through for us to be able to vote. And I'm just throwing my ability to vote away. Now, obviously, our parents marched so that we would have the right to vote, right? And I have the right to choose what I want to do with my vote. But I understand where she was coming from. I felt it was very disrespectful. But at the same time, and I say that to say at the same time, we don't know what Dame Dash went through. Absolutely, his attitude could have been a heck of a lot better, but it might have been his way for compensating, for some of the things that he had to deal with in order to get to the position that he was in. And I'm just throwing that out there, right?
Yes.
He did mention that too. He did say, he said, like, when he
have to be
he said we have different traumas, so we're gonna react to things differently and things like that. I just still don't think that that's like an excuse to, like, because they attacked each other a lot. You know what I'm saying? As many times as Charlemagne called him broke, he called Charlemagne gay or less than a man, or like, you know what I'm saying, like things like that. So I mean, like, I saw it, and I really think that both of them was adding fuel to the fire. I saw a comment in here where it said they tried to bait him and it worked because they took it to a personal level. And like, I do agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. They both criticized each other's work. So as many times as they said, Dame, I don't believe that you're the chairman of Revolt. I don't think that, you do, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that you're doing the things that you say you're doing. He sat there and criticized the fact that they're the Breakfast Club and they sit in a room with no windows, and he called the spot dirty. And like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And pretty much said that, he hates how he hates the fact that people might think that them, like the members of the Breakfast Club, are representative of Black people, because he felt, and he accused them many times of, I think that you guys don't do your research. Y'all talk about things, y'all loud and wrong, and y'all don't do y'all due diligence. And I hate the fact that people of other races might look at y'all and think this is how Black people are like. I don't know how much I can agree with that or get behind it, man. That's attacks on personal character. So just as much as it was taken, it was given, man.
Yeah. No, hey, so I will say that I'm up here playing devil's advocate because I don't like the way he approaches other people. I feel like it's foul. At the same time, I can still feel like the Breakfast Club is some assholes and they deserve what they had coming to them because they don't respect any part of him. I respect Dame Dash. Okay. Let me be very clear. That dude, to me, is a mogul, bro. And I don't care if he broke. I don't give a fuck. Because that dude was #1 in the fucking game for hella years. And I respect what he did. I respect the music they created. I respect the hustle that they had. You know what I'm saying? And I respect him and his come up. Don't ever get that twisted, man. I don't respect him being a dickhead to people, but I fuck with him because I know what it's like to really try to dig yourself up out the mud, bro. And I love that about him.
In Mike Genius, somebody has to be the bad guy, and you know what I mean?
Yes.
Not everybody's gonna shake hands and kiss babies. That's not what's gonna happen. There's gotta be a jackass.
But I gotta play devil's advocate,
Mike
bro.
Genius, I was a jackass a lot of the time when we were doing music.
Jackass.
You're a jackass, yeah. You're right.
Yeah, I'm an asshole. Oh, like the fuck?
But I'm just saying, like, Dame Dash is a businessman. He's looking at the business standpoint, and there's nothing wrong with that. And sometimes it's going to take the hard no. It's going to be like, no, this is not going to work, and I know it's not going to work, and we're not going to do it. You know what I'm saying? There was guys.
Yeah.
Go ahead. No. Go ahead.
No, I'm just agreeing with you because I think we forget that when people put on their business hat, you get a different person. Absolutely. And not everybody has exercised diplomacy as part of their business or being able to speak properly and nicely to people. I mean, and I can totally identify with that in my line of work because, I come from a long line of people who've served in uniform. And sometimes they forget when they take their uniform off that they've taken their uniform off. And I've had to be reminded at times myself that I'm not in the uniform. I need to change my tone. But if you call me onto a platform that is the whole purpose of me being there is based on my profession. You're going to get the professional me. You're going to get that very direct person. And people are like, oh, why do you speak like that? Like, well, let me ask you a question. How often do you get shot at as part of the course of your duties while you're in somebody else's backyard responsible for somebody else's kids? So that's what you're going to get. And I imagine when he goes to those boardrooms, he has to let them know, I'm not some ignorant little snot-nosed kid that you picked up off the street who doesn't know how to read a contract. This is exactly what I want. This is how it's going to happen. Right. And so he has to be that person so often that once anybody challenges that, his first thing is, I'm going straight to the knives. Bro, I've been in a knife fight before in these boardrooms. And so if that's the person that you want to deal with, that's what you're going to get. That's what we're here to talk about.
Right.
And you know, I mean, it'd be nice if he didn't have it like that, but not everybody is geared that way. You know what I mean?
No, exactly. I mean, and also it could also be a part of the persona he's putting on as Dame Dash. I mean, let's roll back 30 years, Tupac. I mean, we all know the poet, you know what I'm saying, and the thespian that Tupac was, bro. You know, well, when he got in front of them cameras, he was a different beast. Because
he was aggressive.
Yes, that's who he felt like.
He had to be that way.
Personify as in order for people to feel him. We all know through, you know, really following this dude from the jump of his career on. We all know, you know, because he was a Bay Area legend from jump, you know, but the world doesn't see that. They don't know that. And so they still, you know, to this day, I still, you know, hear people talk about Pac, you know, he was an aggressive person. No, that's just what he put on because he knew it would sell records, man. And so, like,
he had to be, but that's what I'm trying to. My whole point tonight,
he had
is that you have to. In this industry, you have to be aggressive. You cannot be passive in this industry. You have to go in there and say, "No, you're not going to tell me how this is going to work. I'm going to tell you."
I just
hey, let me say this though. Hold on, Mike. Let me say this because I got to step down. I got some things to handle early in the morning. I just want to tell everybody I appreciate y'all. Go ahead and hit that like button, and man, I'll see y'all next week. And y'all have a good night.
Godspeed, brother. Good night, man.
Yeah, for real,
love you, brother.
For real, brother. Well, Lord, bro. We're gonna be wrapping up in a minute anyway. We try to hold this to, you know, but yeah, shout out to 18. You know what I'm saying?
Big shot. Hey, I think the premise though was about, should his character be demeaned or assassinated, or why are we not giving him the level of respect that other people have been shown? And I think, you know, like I understand what the lady was saying beforehand, and I respect what she's saying. I think some of the things that she said were a bit unnecessary. Like when it comes to Ben Shapiro, hey, you know, your show should have a theme, right? There are certain individuals, when you come on their show, you know you're getting roasted. All right, if you didn't know what show you was getting on, that's your bad. You should have known when you came up there, you about to get smoked. And then there's certain shows you go up there, you know what time it is. It's going to be an educated, well-articulated conversation. Well, this is one of those shows where you don't know what to expect. And so the reasonable question is, hey, when you have certain people up there, why is it that some are shown a level of professional respect and courtesy that others are not? And what is the selection criteria? Is it on your own personal opinions? Is it on something they said? And then if somebody notices a pattern, then in fact, they're going to call out that pattern. And what she's in fact saying is the pattern that she notices is it happens to be people of a darker hue. So what's up with that inconsistency?
Right.
And I think that begs that's a respectable question that I think goes beyond just a talk show. Right. I think, you know, we got to take a deep dive if we want to evaluate that question, because it's bigger than just Charlemagne the God, personally speaking. Right. That we got to stop carrying ourselves a certain way. And I'll just be blunt. We carry ourselves like we don't respect ourselves, yet we want the world to respect us. Right. Respect my lack of respect. No.
Well, you know, you got to remember Breakfast Club is there for the ratings. Right. And at the end of the day, Dame Dash is trying to rebuild his brand or put his brand up front that he's doing self-sufficiently. He's not asking for any handouts. I mean, in the public. I mean, we don't know what happens behind closed doors, but he's looking for, you know, like Genghis Khan said right here, you know, Dame still considers himself an industry outsider, which, he pretty much is. He's been blackballed, you know. He was outmaneuvered.
They brought him in to make fun of him and troll him.
Yeah, you know, because you know, you got to remember this is the guy that's dancing on yachts, holding bottles and stuff. You know what I mean? He was living a rock star life, and he still puts on that persona to this day. But he's in the music industry, and that's what this is, and that's what I want everybody on here to understand, that you have to be aggressive. You cannot be passive. You cannot be nice. There's sharks out there. They don't care about you as a person. They want to ensure that they can make money off of you. That's what this music industry is about. It's not about anything else but monetary.
So based on
but like on what Mike was saying, you don't really have to be a shark all the time. Like a shark is not always necessary.
You have to.
Hey, but check it. But check it. Look, it's fine to do it. Hey, look, it's fine to do it, but you gonna be called a Dame Dash at the end of the day because you're so sharp.
I'd rather be a Dame,
swimming around and cutting out everybody. I mean, and that is perspective. But
I would rather be aggressive
is what Mike's saying. Like
passive.
that's not the way he approaches or goes into situations. And it's an approach.
Prince was whooping. He was whooping everybody ass when he was telling everybody about how to own your masters, and he was very blunt about it. And you know what I mean? Like
but he wasn't a dickhead though. But he wasn't a dickhead though.
But he was being very assertive about it.
But he wasn't a dickhead.
I don't think that Dame Dash is a dickhead though. I think
he's a dickhead, bro. He's a dickhead. And I respect him. Hey, I respect him because he feels like he's been backed into a corner. And I was gonna ask, because this isn't the first artist or the first musician or the first record producer they've done this to. I was gonna ask, is the Breakfast Club bad for the culture? Because they seem to be demeaning towards people in the culture, bro. It seems to be it's a sickness. Yeah, but you know what? I know other talk shows that build people up, bro. They're doing the exact opposite of that. They don't build nobody.
They need the seat. They that's what Dame Dash was explaining to them, that you guys have to sit here and do this. This is what you guys have to do. I don't have to do this, right? That's what he was trying to explain to them. I don't have to do this. You guys have to sit here and do this. Go ahead, Alex.
Because the thing is, I'm so glad you said that, because another thing that I meant to say this is, as many times as Dame got up out that seat, every time he got disrespected, one thing I realized, he always sat back down. Me personally, I feel like if you truly feel disrespected, right? And this go into like a thing of like how you be assertive and how you assert yourself. It's not about, it's not about stand up for yourself or not, but it's about how you do it. As many times as Dame Dash got up out his seat and played like he was finna walk out of there, he sat down back in that seat as if like he needed this interview, as if like he needed this, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My thing is this: if I truly feel disrespected, or I truly feel like, dang, like this is not like the image that I want to be a part of, I'm getting up and I'm walking out of that interview, because there ain't nothing that you could tell me that I can't do. Another thing that I was gonna say, please, like for people who want to be able to operate the business world, read books. I don't want to turn y'all to no master manipulator, nothing like that. But there are certain books that if you can see the positive in it, like it'll help you out. One of those books is 48 Laws of Power, and it literally helps you take power literally without having to be a dickhead about it. And I think that that's like the whole point. I think that's the whole point.
It's entertainment too, Alex. So you got to remember, it's entertainment too. So they were.
It definitely is. So it's like, and that's the thing too, because it's like that's the thing. I can't exclude Dame from playing into the entertainment piece of it, even though he tried to act like, I'm not here to, what I'm saying? He was there for, what I'm saying, to add to the entertainment value too, which is why I can't feel bad for what happened to him, because he fed into it. And I think regardless if you want to play like it or not, he knew what he was coming into the Breakfast Club. But I'm just saying, like, if I had to give advice to somebody who was in the industry, or you're talking to higher ups and, you're doing things like negotiating contracts and things like that, and you're trying to figure out how to be assertive, you know what I'm saying? There are ways to go about that without having to feel like you're flaunting what you know or flaunting your knowledge and everything. And I feel like what that really would come down to is the difference between like having knowledge and having wisdom. And
you could tell the difference when you're in those rooms. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who has wisdom and has experience and has been through certain things is going to carry themselves a whole different way than someone who just knows things but ain't like lived through it. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe. I think you have to take into consideration though that it's a highly charged environment. You're in the public eye. The public is always taking shots. You don't have any friends. Everybody reacts to that differently, and it can make you very aggressive. And it's the same thing. You have, to use a very simple example, pit bulls are some of the most affectionate dogs in the world. They're also pound for pound the strongest. And if you poke at them in the cage, you will transform that sweet animal to a vicious killer, and then they ride the beef for it. And so I think, from the outside looking in, it's easy to take shots without realizing that this dude has learned the hard way. He didn't have no friends. People who he made sure were fed, people whose contracts he made sure were beneficial to them, ended up turning their back on him. And it's hard to deal with that. You come into a room where you're engaged with people and there's two sides of you that's at battle, right? There's a CEO that says, I don't have to deal with this. I don't have to be here. And then there's a CEO that's like, hey, it's business. And we are disciplined when it comes to doing business, right? We've been in rooms with people who were far worse and said far worse things and stuck it out and dealt with it, which is how we got to where we're at. But at the same time, we've already paid that price. Why should I be in here paying that price again with somebody who I owe nothing to and can really not benefit me at all? Because, anybody that is intelligent today is not going to look at Charlemagne the God as their mouthpiece.
No.
Right. So whether he likes somebody or not, right, and that's all he is, donkey of the day. Like, so what? Like this literally all you could contribute to the genre and to the people is a voice over air, giving them something else to distract them from their work throughout the day. That's literally it.
And the thing about it is too, A2 Breezy, is that they're a show, right? They need ratings. They're working for that seat, to get people to create clicks, right?
That was in the comments.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's so hard it's so hard to keep up with the comments. I apologize to everybody, man.
Tonight, bro.
I be trying to post you guys. I really try to, and thank you.
Yeah, it's all theater. GK says it's all theater. You know what I'm saying? Like but there's a lot of it going back and forth, bro. Like the comments was on point, man. I do want to say I'm not criticizing Dame. I know it sounds like I'm critical of him. I'm going to be real with everybody. I'm going to be 100 with everybody that's watching, man. Whether you watching tonight or you watch later on down the road. People who know me know I've not always handled situations the best I could. When I'm faced with adversity, some of what I do is it's not on point, man. Like it's not okay. I don't always handle criticism well. I don't always, show my best face when, when people attack my character or my personhood, man. Like a lot of times I lash out, and that's why I prefaced everything earlier by saying I'm an asshole, so I can spot an asshole when I see an asshole because I'm an asshole. I don't always handle things, objectively or passively. That's not who I am, and that's not who I was raised to be. I want more from people I look up to. And so for me, when I see him do that, it hurts because like I look to these people as like people who could show me a way to be better than who I am. That's honestly who it is.
Yeah, I respect
for sure. For sure. Man, I think we can all say that we've all been in a squeeze and probably showed the not so better side of ourselves. Just recently, man, I had a very humbling situation where I learned that I'm still dealing with pride, and that, I say that because I didn't realize at the time that that's what it was. I'm feeling justified in my frustrations is pride, and I'm like, ooh, I don't agree with that person. You know what I mean? Being proud and being egotistical. While at the same time, I understand that the whole reason why many of us fall into that trap is that we've been through something, and because we've been through something, we feel like that's a useful tool, right? And there is nothing that you will ever do or exercise that does not come to you by way of your own agreement, period, right? So when it comes to that, like if you choose to do something regardless of the circumstances, because you make it an option. Bro, I know I done been with people who couldn't in an exchange of gunfire couldn't shoot back.
Yeah.
And I don't have it in me. I'm like, oh, you know how to operate the weapon system, but they don't have it in them. Right. And that's the most dire situations. There's some things that some people don't. If you don't have it in you, it ain't coming out of you. But if it comes out of you, it's because it's in you. So you know what I mean? Like one has to recognize, like, hey, either I agree with this person I see in the mirror, or I don't agree with them. And if I don't agree, that's me. Right. And so, you know, if he feels in his own mind that he's justified, we can say, hey, brother, you could probably be a lot more humble than you have been. And that might be the lesson, the one lesson he hasn't learned, which is what's prolonging the situation that he's in now.
I think that when it comes, and I might be sounding like redundant, but I just think in the industry, you have to have that complex. You have to be aggressive.
I think you have to know when to apply it, right? Like you have to know.
I respect that. Yeah, like in certain environments, like, you know, going to work, right? And you have an interview or you want this promotion. You're going to show a little bit more ambition. You're going to show a little bit more aggression, right? But in this snake industry of music, you gotta come forth as I'm the best. There's nobody better than me. Shut the fuck up. Don't tell me shit. I know what I'm doing, and give me this money, and I'm gonna make you more money.
Right.
That's the industry. That's the guidelines of the industry. If you're not like that, then they're gonna run all over you. I mean, Prince, he said it the best. He was like, Mariah Carey got screwed, right? She got a $20 million contract, but she goes 6-time platinum, right? Mm-hmm. So the industry, they're making, you know, millions of dollars, you know what I mean? And she only got that 20 mil, but if she goes 3 times platinum, right? She already made that, right? Over that, if she had 50%. So, you know, damn, we're losing people, man. What happened? We done lost Jag.
He fell off. They got operating hours for his internet. He got that discount internet. They're like, your stuff is good till 22-30 hours, and after that, we checking you out. Right. But I would say, being like a great example of what I think Mike and I were both talking about is MC Hammer.
Yeah,
like you see MC Hammer on a show, you would never know that dude was on the other side of Hammer, nothing to be played with. Right. And you know, while I agree with you that the ability to pull out an assertive attitude is important for the industry, MC Hammer shows that hey, when he's on stage, that's the side he wants everybody to see. That hard-working, performing Hammer, that likable dude that you want to hear blaring out your stereo, the dude that you take your kids to go and watch. And then what happened with people like Too Short, Redman, a bunch of other cats that third base that messed around and found out, they saw the other side of Hammer. They saw the Oakland streets in Hammer. Right. And so while one can say, yeah, absolutely, it's necessary for the industry because we saw that exercise, we also didn't see it presented in public view, right? That was reserved for the people who needed to catch a taste of that medicine.
I like that point.
And so I agree on both sides that it's necessary, but I feel like it should be applied when necessary. And maybe for Dame Dash, he's like, hey, I got to handle these folks on you know, the Breakfast Club because they're going to put it out there that it's okay to sit up here and disrespect me in such a way. But, you know, and I'm with LX, like the way he responded, though, was a bit childish. Yeah. Like we should have seen a more composed and better put together businessman for what he's been through. Even if he kept the assertive attitude, I'd have been good with assertive yet disciplined. Assertive yet mature. I'd have been like, bro, you playing with the wrong dude.
Yeah.
Right, he's there about his business. He ain't there about to stoop down to your games of name calling. He's there to handle business. He made.
I feel like they did go, like he did fall to Charlemagne's. He did fall to that. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
You know,
sadly,
it was. I can agree with that. That's just being all the way fair. You know what I mean? I know we get.
It's unfortunate, man.
It is, but I'm still rooting for Dame. I want him to.
I am too,
do, man. He's a family man. He loves his kids. I can relate to that. Just having split family homes, and you know what I mean, having kids here and have kids over here, and you want to take care of your family legacy. And he's always talking about family first, and you're selfish if you're not doing this for your kids. So I know how that feels. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? My kids over here, they're gonna say, "Dad, I need this," and then my kids over here, "Dad, I need this. I need Robux." You know what I'm saying? But hey, Dad, I need some. I want some money to eat. You know what I'm saying? I want lunch or I want dinner or whatever. I got to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I can relate to Dame Dash with his fatherhood, his professionalism of being aggressive. That's all I was trying to say. Yeah. And they have to create drama because at the end of the day, that's how they stay relevant. You know what I mean? If you really think about it. So, you know, shit, we could talk about this shit all night, but I know there's people, you know what I mean? Shout out to the people that's watching.
Still with us. Still with us.
That's still with us. You know what I'm saying?
Still with it.
Oh, I didn't even try to play that. That maybe next week we'll play that.
Hey, somebody was like, cue it up.
Man,
we got ghosts.
Huh.
That's how we ended the night with Genesis.
That's
I
what
mean,
the preacher would have
do
did.
it, bro.
Somebody,
hey, in celebration of your daughter and her 4.7 top of her class, bro.
Man,
let's do it.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, we
shout
close it
out
out
to the
a little
chat.
different. Yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We appreciate
y'all.
Thank you, everybody
sticking
who
with us,
participated, man.
Yeah. Y'all have a good night, man.
Love
Peace
y'all.
out. We'll catch up with y'all next week.
Y'all my brothers, man. I love y'all.
Love you too, brother.
If you listen, hear the MC bending for the distance. And not to mention, capitalism if you ain't hitting my opposition. Catch heat, rip just one sentence, have you reminiscing.
You are now watching the MIDI Lab Show.
Come on, the dark presence start to splitting. Lies in the comprehension. What I'm getting is too bad. You won't be living to see it. A bitch shit that top street, that top me, no competition. Up in the river, pussy now, why you bitch? Smile, her drop a murder, bitch, and make a wicked. The 6 is so early, but time is shit. There ain't no consequence in the Tennessee. Evading murder under this like an idiot nigga. The earth is hurting, wanna put one right up in your liver. Cause I like pack you like a wreck. Suffocate your neck, suffocate your breath. Beside this movement, make you sweat. Infect your ass like strep. Process when you step.
Every Thursday night, the MIDI Lab Show.
Take on the sisters and business. This is for better slipping. Well, I say in the city dimension with no position. I say my judge. Let the vision track you and think of it. Pull up to the system. Over through your liver. Consequence through mama collective. Beneficial, radio, residential. But I just hope you know re-into factory. The stop is what they telling me. The stop me no ability. What all I need is to know if you dare. You ain't scared. I'm prepared. Be aware of these prayers. So unfair. You think left eye is fair. No one's there. Bear.
This is the Genesis begin. Spark up your end. Count your losses. Strictly out the way. This is the Genesis begin. Spark up your end. Count your losses. Strictly out the way. This is the Genesis begin. Spark up your end. Count your losses. Strictly out the way. This is the Genesis begin. Spark up your end. Count your losses. Strictly out the way. This is the Genesis begin. Surprise. Realize you the two guys with nines on our two sides blind and blow your mind. Fully both lies. Breath you blind and got them. Haters never doubt them. We getting all in without them. If they underestimate a player, put their ass to the test and make them prove their game is ready to play. And on the time, you gon' find it time. They gon' hate you till you shine as you climb the rhyme. Mind over matter to the data. Keep the pockets fatter, ratter, tatter. Make the haters scatter like glass shatters. Actors, thinkers, movie makers, and player haters. Try to take us, separators, breakers, and haters, fakers, but takers. Serious, the we mysterious, they be delirious from the flows I fuck. Must I blow in your window, representing feel more than I get low with dough. Oh no, no nigga ever came this close. Ain't no need to vote, cause the brain is dope supposed to do. I got 20 days with the news, so blow niggas out their shoes. If you snooze, you lose. Woo, pass to my cerebellum. If they just a game, just so game, I'ma tell them. Never trust a nigga that just smile in your face. Get him body, give me your style and all the body, you trying to take it. So never fake it, make it. Every time you shoot, invade niggas like Babe Ruth when it comes for your loot. Boots blazed up, face up, fade away like it's day. Automatic like it's day. Okay, O-P-A-G-E. West side through the mountains, Virgos, it's all filled. This is the Genesis begin. Start of your end. Count your losses, cause strictly out the way. This is the Genesis begin. Start of your end. Count your losses, cause strictly out the way. This is the Genesis begin. Start of your end. Count your losses, cause strictly out the way. This is the Genesis begin. Start of
my country. I'm in rank position, you're my opposition. You rank class, no class, club, department where the heat cash, me cash, living like fast, I got better things. Gold things, gold rings is what my money brings. Trucker calls for the weapon of success. Under my dress, the body conquer with finesse. I'm that nigga spitting lyrics at his best. The verbal express, rep control from the chest. Spitting lyrics, I'm your idol. I break spinal from fools in denial. The final trial found innocent, militant, swap degree, infinite, infinity, identity. No, I'm not a clone, what while I could glow. I'm exposed like powder dope on the nose. Pose like a vogue. Lyrical dynamite exploding bitch ass flows. So amateur Negroes who think they got it. I know I got it. I aim and shot it. I'm fearless, niggas the realest. You ever witness magnificent, lyrical, three-dimensional. Niggas see miracles in 3D to defeat me. You can't beat me. I'm incredible, phenomenal. Two stop and drop like black and white dominoes. This ain't no comical, not no amateur humor. Lyrics cause brain tumors. Spread rumors, spread lies, commit lyrical drive-bys. See the real in my eyes, bitch niggas disguise. When I sit back and specialize.
No me is final, responsible for the words to the spinal. Have you singing soprano? Make you get every high note. Work bring out dollars. You mad with no slalom. Just hit with a grand thing, no. Nothing with a grand slam. Put you under your hand thing. Fuck, we ran like cat dance. Like, through our fast ass. You look, you feel like quicksand. Boy, we finish fast land. Run up, think you a big man. Wanna get him up like Pac-Man. So this move rap too fast there. No, bit the cat game. Shit, his orders are back here. No, like a bitch lap there. Nah, you all black man. But I bust bro with a duck low. So get your ass a truck low. Get the front low from a left row. Who runs your clan, your ass choke. Break the whole folk. Swamp go. With a door rope. Run no throat. With a long ball. With small joke. Can't go. In the bottom rope. I can't hope you die. No. Let it go. Five rope. Rope. Get hope. You wanna poke. Come go. My dance deal with rabbit. So you go out the ambulance. The ambulance to the pain here. The way here. But we plan real. Even the baby half years. Rush from the drop shaft here. I used to hustle fast here. I mean this shit past me. It ain't goes up and a half. It ain't make the last year. But this is only the beginning.
Every Thursday night, the MIDI Lab Show. You are now watching the MIDI Lab Show. Every Thursday night, the MIDI Lab Show. Every Thursday night, the MIDI Lab Show.
Positive vibes around like a gentle breeze. Got my heart open wide. I find lovely happy. In the right direction, watch me rise. No more negativity, I've cut those ties. Shining bright like the stars in the night. Oh, I'm doing fine now. Breathing my life, filling my soul with the love I provide. My love is better, I'm breaking free, embracing the journey that's waiting from you. I'm easy bright, rising higher, feel energy rise. Every step I take, there's a brand new day. Oh, I'm shining. Watch me rise. No negativity, I've cut those ties. Shining bright like the stars in the night. Oh, I'm doing fine now. Oh,
Every Thursday night, the MIDI Lab Show. Every Thursday night, the MIDI Lab Show.